That should be better. There we go. We have sound. Apologies for that. I don't know what happened. To be fair, it's alright. You hear it twice. 'Cause I was just checking sound, but yeah, I don't know what happened with the sound there. I'll start my opening gambit once again. Then I've never had an issue with sound before. Um, Good morning. Hope you're well. We're back today for 3.5 hours, and as we continue on from Tuesday morning stream, where we began Expeditions and MudRunner Game for the very first time. Now, we started off with a tutorial, completed that fairly simply, went on to the first map, and only had 5 expeditions to do on the first map, completed those in a decent time frame, and then we moved on to the Grand Canyon. Normally, we would 100% a map before moving on, but there was a few things I found we couldn't do because we didn't have access to them yet. So the plan is to go back to that probably once we finish the Grand Canyon map. We'll probably head back to that first one just to finish off all the side stuff we didn't do originally. That's my thinking. But yeah, massive apologies for the lack of sound there for a while. Not sure what happened there, but there we go. We are all sorted now. Never had an issue with sound before. So weird. Okay, right, let's load in and we'll crack on. We did a few missions on the map. So if we load the game, we're 1% complete. We're doing well. 1%. E-Player, good morning. How are you? Thanks for the like, Ross. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had an issue with sound first thing. It's weird. Okay, so here we are. Little Colorado, 5 expeditions complete. We still have 3 contracts, 2 tasks, and an upgrade to find. As I say, I think we'll do Arizona first, which is Grand Canyon, and we'll head back to Little Colorado probably afterwards. Make sure they're both 100%ed before we move on to Carpathians. That's my thinking. So yeah, as it stands, we are in Arizona, and we're at the Grand Canyon. So we've already completed 2 of the expeditions in Grand Canyon. We're on to the 3rd, Fallen from Heaven, given to us from the Arizona government. We have lost one of our drones somewhere in the tourist area. Its flight recorder may contain important information that should not fall into the wrong hands. Investigators suspect a drone crash site and deliver the flight recorder. So we need to take an operator specialist with us and a metal detector on top of the scout as well. It says easy, and the reward is 6,500 with 1,000 prepayment. I don't know what the car symbol is at the bottom there. Big reinforced bumper for the rear for the Cody 293M Pug is one of the rewards. Brian Wilson is a Jaeger. We get him as a reward and a new outpost as well. And the bonus missions. We do want to try and complete these if we can. Take less than 50 damage from tire inflation. I'm not sure what that means, to be fair. I'm good. I'm actually really good, thank you, Fla. Glad to hear you are as well. Don't flip the car more than 3 times. We had that in a previous mission. And didn't flip it once. Complete an expedition. Okay. The one I don't understand is the 50 damage from tire inflation. I'm not sure what that means. We'll have to figure that out as we go. But we need a scout vehicle for this. So let's have a look. We've used all our scouts at least once now. I believe that is a DLC scout as well. It didn't show up as DLC on our list there. But if we go into here and go across, the Coconino Canyon SRI, which I believe that one is a DLC vehicle. We have used it once. I don't want to use it more than once because of the fact it's a DLC vehicle. So we'll try not to use that, I think. We might as well use the updated or the other better version, I suppose it is, of our Don 73. We'll use the SE version for this one. We will try and use a different vehicle per mission, just to vary it up. We've already got the blah 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 the metal detector on the roof. Inventory space. It has said we may flip over, so I think maybe we take a jack screw just in case. I'm hoping we won't have to use it, but I think maybe we take it just in case. If we don't use it, brilliant. If we do, it's one of those things. Right, we need an operator to come with us. We don't want to use DLC ones. and we have gained a Kane Ashida as a new one. We gained this as a reward on one of the last missions we did. Drone range is better. Marked airdrops with binoculars or drone. Akane broke into the nature vlogging scene in Japan, where she's known for her creative and in-depth reviews, hiking trails and national parks. She's recently decided to take that success abroad with a new international series, which will take her hiking and camping in a different country every year. I like some of the the actual things about who they are and what they do. We're not going to use any DLC person, so it's between her and Lance Silver. I don't think we've read Lance Silver's thing, to be fair. Member of popular group in charge of lighting peripherals, as well as the technical equipment and maintenance of the drone show, treats everything easily and without unnecessary worriness. This does not mean that he's irresponsible. This guy's drones never fail and always complete their tasks and goals. The drone can also trade, has a plus 50 meter range and marks airdrops. I think a Kane Ishida, for less money, is better, to be fair. So we'll use her for this one. Right, I think we're ready to go. Let's set out for our first expedition of the stream. Hopefully it goes as we planned. Yeah, this is where we need. Where are we starting? Give me an option of where to start, and I can't. There's the mission area there. So I'm guessing we're starting here at the West Outpost. Let's start expedition. While it's loading in. I have had a couple of criticisms of this we made in the last stream. Bear with me a second. Or is it school? And mainly that is the fact that having to go back to the menu all the time and the load screen in between. But I also understand it as well. We haven't built any places yet either. That's something we do need to have a look at some point. Is that building things? We've got plenty of money. It's one of those things I don't know when we should build stuff and when we shouldn't. Each camp, you can have 4 locations. Obviously, you start with a main warehouse and a store. We can build a workshop. That's unlocked in the last stream. Generator, central storage, and a helipad. Also things that we've not unlocked yet. Intelligence center. I just don't know what we need to build and when. And at the minute, I think we just need to hold off. I don't want to rush into it and realise we made a mistake. So we start off here. There is something over here, an unfortunate trip. I think that's a mission to pick up. So we may as well go and pick that up while we're here. Our first point of access is over here, fallen from heaven. So we'll head over here, pick that up, and then head across there, I think. First and foremost. I remember the controls. The controls are fairly simple, to be fair. Pretty much what we're used to in Roadcraft and SnowRunner and things, so let's just have a look what this task is. So we're not going to follow this, but we're going to have, at least we've actually accessed it. Unfortunate trip, as you may have noticed, hill riding is not my best skill. Maybe you can help me in this awful situation. Okay, so if we now go here, and we can now look at our missions, or our tasks, sorry. Deliver the fallen truck. That's all it says. I don't know where it is though. Oh, there we go. Fallen truck is all the way over here. We're going to have to tow that back to here by the looks of things, and 4,900 is the reward. I think we get a car from it as well, to be fair. Right, let's head this way. That's where we're heading first. Now, it does say about not putting all-wheel drive on immediately because it uses more fuel. I prefer to have all-wheel drive on all the time, in seriousness, in my way I've done things in other games. I still don't quite know what this tyre inflation damage is. We've kind of got the tyre set at normal currently. But yeah, I know all-wheel drive uses more fuel, but I always find it better to have it on. Especially when we're off-road. If on tarmac or asphalt, whatever you want to call it, slightly different, but I think as it stands, leave it on. There's still no word on when Roadcraft's next DLC is coming in March. There's no set date as of yet, so we're still holding off on that one. We did get a date for Wolverine. Wolverine is now releasing in September this year. We'll be doing it on release, as we'd already stated previously. The game I've been looking forward to for a couple of years now, and yeah, we will be playing it on release without the need for a vote. We don't do many games without a vote, but there's a few that I want to play off the bat, so that's one of them. Okay, we're here at the first mission point. The descent from the top. There we go. There is a steep descent ahead. Be careful in such places. You shouldn't rush too much. Okay, so we've got a big descent coming up here. So we've got to be a bit careful coming down. It looks like we can kind of gradually go down if we go to the side, potentially. I could turn them. What I haven't done is I don't want to turn them out the next one just yet, actually, because if we lose the batteries too soon, we'll have an issue. Super Collery, good morning. How are you? Thank you for the likes. Much appreciated over there. Wow, I've just seen the likes shot up. Thank you for the likes. Much appreciated. Good morning. Yes, Super Collery. How are you doing? I was just thinking we should have had this on from the start, the actual metal detector, in case we find stuff around us we can pick up. But in doing so, I don't want to lose the batteries, considering the mission says we need to have it. So until we get close to where we're heading, I don't think we should put it on just yet. Right. The one thing I don't know, and I'm going to just check. I'm going to just check the controls. I want to know if there's lights. I haven't found lights yet, but I would like to be able to put lights on. That doesn't tell me anything, does it? No. No, it doesn't tell me what I want to know at all. I don't know if you can put make the lights shinier. Shinier is the wrong word. Brighter is what I'm after. Tire inflation. I don't think there is anything, to be fair. No, there's nothing there to really say. Driving's the only thing here. Status. Yeah. I suppose that's where a searchlight being added to cars makes a difference, isn't it, really, I suppose? Because you can add, as an add-on, you can actually put a searchlight on vehicles. We didn't actually check the upgrades before we started with that. Probably should have done. But yeah, I wonder if a searchlight would help in terms of controlling the light more, because the general headlights are really bad. Right, slowly does it. We don't want to roll. That's one thing we don't. There is a limit to how many times we're allowed to roll for the side missions. I don't really know which way I'm going from here. Right, there is a route down this way that looks pretty steep. Or we were originally going to go this way. I think we go to the right, you know. Which is down that valley there. Nice and easy though. If we can avoid rolling, that would be brilliant. I have a bad habit of rolling in vehicles, to be fair. Slow it down. Yeah, SnowRunner. Oh, that's engine damage. It's okay. In SnowRunner, I'm kind of renowned for scout vehicles and rolling them. Especially a specific vehicle, to be fair. Right. Discovered a new climb. There we go. I'm assuming to actually complete that, we need to go up it, not down it. Still don't know what the tire inflation damage is, to be fair. Okay. Where are we heading from here? Yeah, so we need to climb back up this to complete that, I believe. Get to the next climb. Okay, so we're heading left. There is water. Is that water to it? I can't quite see what it is. I think it's water. It's just mud. It might be mud, you know. No, okay. A bit skiddy, even if all-wheel drive on, but we're okay. No, we're not. Now that's mud. Alright, we'll try diff locks if that helps. It looks like helping at all. Oh, it can't be on because I've not put low range on yet. Low range on first, diff lock. You got anything? There's no attachments, is there? Have I messed this up already? Okay, what about reversing? There's a little bit of movement there in reversing. I didn't think the mud was that bad, but we can't quite see it in the dark. That's the problem. I may have already screwed this up. Is that movement? I think there's a bit of movement there. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we got no movement of it. Actually, there's a bit of movement there. We've got a tiny bit of movement. Is it enough though to crab walk our way out? That's the thing. So we're slightly moving to the right there. Sometimes you can crab walk your way out. There's a tree there. Can I not reach that tree? Devices. Winch. Oh, no, we're just short of that winch point. And I mean very much just short. We're still moving to the right here. If we are, it will help massively. We are moving, ever so slightly, but it is enough to keep moving. Obviously we just need to get a little bit closer to that tree, and then we'll be laughing. We'll stop moving now. No, we're still moving. Oh, it's just so close. It's just not enough. Got any forward momentum? No, we can go to the right. We've got no forward momentum though. We are still moving, but let's think ever slightly. Well, that's stopping it now. Right, okay. We need to make a decision whether to airlift back or do we think we can get out of this? That's the question. We are moving a little bit reversing. Don't think we've got any movement now, we? Is that moving at all? That shifted a bit there. I think we're stuck, in all honesty. I wonder if this is why we should bring more than one vehicle. So if we do get stuck, we can jump in the other vehicle to actually rescue us, rather than airlifting back. Because currently we haven't done that, we've just only brought one vehicle on a mission. But I wonder if maybe we should be bringing more than one. For this very reason, to help us out in these situations. Oh, you know what I've not tried? Tyre inflation. Let's try tyre inflation. It's something I've not even thought about to just now. Right, we're in low range. So we've deflated the tyres. Just to see if that helps us at all with any movement. It's just one of those systems that we've not really had before in any games we've done. So it's something that I'm still forgetting about because of that. There's a bit of movement. I don't think it's enough though. Or is it? Let's try reverse again. Oh, that was some movement. Yeah, reversing is, there's some movement reversing there. One I want to do, that one. Kind of lifted up there, didn't it? I wonder if there's a rock beneath us causing some of this issue. I don't like giving up, that's the problem. I like to persevere as much as we can when we're in bad situations like this. There was some movement, not a massive amount though. I think we may have to give up and airdrop ourselves back, I think. I don't think we're getting out of this, are we? Oh, we lost the light. Apologies, whoever got upset. Yeah, look, we get that movement to there, and then it stops. We just can't get any grip at all. I don't know if I think maybe even a rock is stopping us, to be fair. I think our only option is to airdrop. I don't see we've got another choice, annoyingly. Not a good start. But I wonder if this is why we should start taking more vehicles with us. it's free. The first recovery is free, so that's what we'll do. What we should really do while we're here is refuel ourselves. A little bit frustrating, but we live and learn. Got to be a bit more careful in that muddy area. We didn't really see it until it was too late, to be fair, the muddy area, so it was one of those really. Right, let's see how we go this time. We know where we're going. Just be a bit more careful that muddy area as we come down. We may try the other route down, to be fair, this time. I wonder if we should have the metal detector on from the start this time. Yeah, I wonder if we should have 2 vehicles then per mission. I don't think it costs us any more to have a second vehicle. Potentially a second vehicle could rescue the first if we get into that situation again, is my thinking. Let's stick on this. We have got extra batteries for when the mission requires it at the very least. We don't know the battery too late, just in case we find something on the way to where we're heading. I know there's stuff behind us, but not the way we're going. If we find anything where we're heading, potentially we can stop and pick it up there and then. There's a few things nearby, but not in the direction we're going. And if we get stuck again, the airdrop will cost us 1,000 to recover ourselves, so we don't really want to have to do that again if we can avoid it. I thought we did okay getting down the hill, to be fair, and then to actually get stuck in the mud was a little bit annoying. Right, do we try a different way down this time? Right, there's nothing nearby. What I'm going to do quickly is turn off metal detector. There's nothing nearby. Right, so originally we went down this right hand side. Let's head left this time and just see if that's a little bit easier to get down and deal with. I like the sun to come up soon, so it's a bit easier to see. I think maybe we need to put spotlights on cars just so we get some more light in the dark. There, we can skip time and make it daylight, but I don't like skip time. I like to drive in the conditions it's given. Okay, I'm trying to avoid sliding. I don't want to roll. Going sideways across a mountain is probably not the best idea. Okay, we'll stop there a second. So yeah, this is where we was thinking of, if we come down here and then down there, potentially. We have learned from the first stream on Tuesday that the map can deceive you. It may look easy or okay, a bit of damage to the engine. It's okay. It may look, the terrain may look okay, and when you're on it, you then learn that actually the map deceived us a little bit. It's not as easy as it first seemed. So we did learn. Similar to Roadcraft, to be fair. Roadcraft map deceived us quite a few times. Okay, we've made it to this ledge here, and we still need to get down. There's where we're heading to. There's the mud patch we got stuck in a minute ago, which we need to avoid. This is looking a bit steeper than I was hoping, though, to be fair. I'm just seeing that's where we're heading to. That's on the ground floor bit. We've got to try and find a way down here that's not going to destroy us. It's more of a drop than I would like. I don't think we've got much choice there from here. Then we just have to give it a go. No, that's more than I expected. Yeah, that's more of a drop than I expected, is there? We may end up breaking the car here. No, that was okay. Okay, that went a lot better than I thought it was going to. We did do a bit of damage, but we're okay. And we can fix that in a second. This is not the best way to go down, admittedly. But we made it. Are we down? We are down. Okay, that did go better than I expected there. We're getting stuck on that rock there, aren't we? Okay, what we can do though, if we winch the vehicle from the back here to that tree branch. Potentially it will turn us. Like that. Just need it enough that we can get over the rock. I don't want it to tip us, but I just want to be able to get past that rock. Come on. Let's try low range and diff block. I'm not sure if that's going to help us get over this rock, to be fair. What about reverse? No. I thought that might help us get over that rock, to be fair. I thought our winching strategy was perfect. Maybe not. That moved us though. Is it enough? There we go. One little rock there is causing us the problem. Say that. Still can't move now. Let's try this again with that one. There we go. Release the winch. Is that enough? There we go. That's what we needed. Okay. Second time round we've done it. We've got to where we needed to be. I'm past the rock. Right, what's the second climb then? Oh, okay, we're just heading up here. You're already doing pretty well on climbs, but be careful, there's another one ahead. Right, we're heading up. This might be the time, actually, for low range and diff lock for a climb, to be fair. We haven't done anything with the tyres as of yet. If we really get stuck, we may try to deflate the tyres. I don't know if it's worth doing it beforehand or doing it when you start getting into trouble. If you get, is it too late, I wonder, to deflate tyres when you're already in trouble, I wonder. I think diff lock worked pretty well there. I am a bit concerned that this is quite muddy coming up. Looks muddy, but again we're in a bit of nighttime darkness at the minute. Fix this right hand side, I think. We'll stay out of that mud that's there. Keeping diff lock on though for the minute. And this is why we probably should put an anchor on board. We put the screws on because in case we do roll, and the mission bonus awards dictate don't roll more than 3 times. So I thought, maybe rolling a few times, although we've avoided it so far. But maybe the anchor point would be handy for when we do get in that situation we just had. We don't have to airlift every time. Right, what are we looking at here? This looks really awkward. Okay, we've got to go up this climb here. There's the vehicle we're meant to tow back. I don't know if we connect it with the other airlifter, I'm not sure. But we're heading to here to explore the area. So this is the climb, we're going to go up here now. Doesn't look the best climb, does it really? I think we're just heading up that bit there by the looks of things. Go this way. I think we can just go straight up this bit here. Like this little gully carved into the rock. Probably from water when it rains, I would guess. It's very, very steep. Wow, that is steep. I think having diff lock on definitely is a saving grace here. I don't think we really got it up without it. Okay, we're going to explore the area. It's 0% currently. We do need to drive around to explore. I don't think it's worth grabbing the vehicle to recover for the mission, the side mission as of yet. Let me hold off on that for a minute. Right, I think we're safe to take this lock off now. There we go, a bit more speed. Okay, that's where we're heading down. And now we need to explore the area. There's a drone tower exploring, I wonder. I think we get down here and just stop here a second. I don't know if the drone counts as exploring. Let's give it a go and see. What percentage are we now? 24%. Let's see if the drone counts. 25. Obviously we can't go too far because of signal. 28 does. The drone counts exploring an area. That's the vehicle we need to recover for the side mission. I like the fact the drone counts, to be fair. There's a plane crash down there as well. That's the drone. It should. I was thinking really small drone. That's not. It's a big drone. But yeah, that's the drone site here. There's one of its wings by the looks of things, and the drone is there. What else have we got nearby? There's anything interesting? Let's keep an eye on that signal. How high can we go? A bit higher. Okay, 57% so far. I don't know if it's just the view that counts, or is it movement that counts as explored. That's as high as we can go. Well, 50 is the height. 74%, 79% explored. Now we know a drone can explore. That makes our life a little bit easier, to be fair. Rather than have to drive around ourselves trying to do it. 95% explored. We'll have to push out a little bit more. Get the last percentage. Keep an eye on that signal. Signal's okay for the minute. We actually may be out the exploration zone, to be fair. Have a look. Drone is... Yeah, drone's miles out. This little bit here we need to go back to. The drone is out of the area. So it's where that car is. It's that bit of rocky bit there should complete the last bit. Kind of gone high up just so we get a better vantage point of everything. But yeah, that's the car. It's on its side there we need to rescue. Part of the side mission. There we go. So we need to scan the crash site with a drone. Well, the drone's already in hand. Or do we need to wait and I think we have to get close to it, don't we? Essentially to scan it. Alright, bring the drone back. We're going to go to that blue square, I think. So let's head there. Seems okay going down. Obviously, if we can get the vehicle back, we'll do so. But I don't think we can call it back immediately. Obviously, if we complete the expedition and we're still here, we can try and see if we can get it back. I wouldn't like to tow it from this position though. Right, we need to start scanning. So we've got to scan for points. Okay, we've not done this before. Scan 3 objects in total. So the first one is obviously the drone just down here. We need to be in that circle with the crosshair. Scan it. 1 done. There's the wing of the drone is over here, and there's a bit to the right as well. So we just need to stay in that circle that decreases in size. There we go. And then bits over here. Yeah, we've not done this kind of scanning before, to be fair. There we go. Scan complete. Looks like there's another part of the crash drone nearby. We should ride around the area and look around. Okay. Scan complete. So that's 100 credits for that. Stage complete. Well, we explore the search area. Okay, so we're going to head to here and explore the search area. We've already found 3 parts. There's not currently much more the drone to find, surely. My only issue with this mission is how do we get that back? I suppose you can't airdrop it, I'm assuming. Because we can probably winch it. I want to see if we can winch it, if that gives us any options. If we do winch it. I don't think we can. I think we have to tow it though. Although actually getting over there is not as simple as first looks. I think we leave it for a minute. Focus on the mission we're doing, I think. And then if obviously once the mission's done, we'll have a proper look at it and see. We can attempt to tow it back. I think with the steep climbs though, that may be tricky. I'm going to regret going into this middle bit here, possibly. Doesn't look fun, does it, there? Although, according to this, there's a way up to here, but we've seen that. Not always true. I think what we want to do... Bit of mud in this area as well. Again, if we can scan with the drone rather than driving around, we'll do that to explore the area. Just make life a little easier than driving around, especially if there's mud and stuff around. The only way to avoid that is good. What's stuff on? Oh, I bet we're on a rock, aren't we? There we go. Excessive mud, maybe? I don't find something while we're struggling suddenly. We came up this side because it looked like an easier drive forward, but it's like we're struggling with grip. Wetter ground maybe. Try and get to the edge. It should be more solid over this side. There we go. What I should actually do is have on the metal detector as well, just in case there's anything nearby. I think we've learned a few lessons already. Anchors would be good to have on us just in case we do get stuck. It's one we can then deploy and then winch to, and then we wouldn't have had the issue we had earlier on the first attempt of this. So I do think that's something we need to have a look at. Currently the metal detector is showing nothing. Why are we struggling again? Seem to suddenly get bogged down in these these little bits. It does look like it is muddier. See this is skidding. Let's change the low pressure. High pressures help a bit actually. Turn off the metal detector. Yeah, tyre pressures are helping a little bit. There we go, over here. Right, find a flight recorder in the area. Seems that the part we need is somewhere upstairs. The metal detector helps determine that location. Okay, we need to find a flight recorder then. Would it be easier with a drone though? I know it says metal detector. Although the drone would give us probably a better, the metal detector tells us exactly where it is. I don't know if we'll find it just by scanning around with this. Probably not, to be fair. Flight recorder is normally a black box. Every plane has them in case of a crash. Normally has on all the flight information, telemetry, any conversations from the pilots. Well, those are the drone, so it'll just be telemetry, I'm guessing. Let me see anything though. Oh, in fact, it's telling us it's up there behind us. We need to head back up that way. So the flight recorder is there. There we go. That's where we've got to get to. So let's have a quick scan of the area and see how we're getting up there. That's the first thing. We're down there currently. There's a climb here by the looks of things. We're there. Up here. Round here. Potentially up this little bit over here. And then across the... I think that's doable, to be fair. Doesn't look too bad. I'll leave the tyres deflated for a minute, although... Take off parking brake, that would help. Handbrake. Really are struggling in these conditions, aren't they? I don't know why. The conditions don't look bad, but for some reason, it just must be wetter. Or I'm missing something. I'm going to put... Let's quickly fix the engine. Not that there's much wrong with it, but I don't know if that'll make much difference. Maybe. And let's also put on that. It's going to tell us where we're going. I wonder if it'll show up anything else, but I don't think it will bother to it. We'll leave it on though, just in case. We've got diff lock on, reduced tyre pressures as well. See all the way up was over this way. Struggling so much for grip. The ground doesn't look that bad, but we must just sink into it. That's the thing. Although it is deforming underneath us, so maybe it is softer. I think once we start heading up, obviously the ground will be more hardened because of the underneath rock, I would assume. So that should help. Yeah, we are struggling massively for grip. Right. Up we go here. Again, it's got soft here now, son, isn't it? There's another scan showing up to our right. What we might do is actually complete the mission and maybe go back and have a look what that other blue thing is. Because obviously once you complete the expedition you can carry on where you are. We are limited on our fuel at the minute, right? Am I going the right... No, I'm not going the right way here. I want to go up there, don't I? Yeah, I wanted to go up there. I've kind of gone the wrong kind of way here. Because what we're heading for is here. Was that this bit over here we saw on the drone was our way to go? Still don't know what the tyre inflation damage is. We haven't seen any damage as of yet from the tyres. I don't quite know what that is. I would assume if you've got the tyres improperly inflated, you can damage them potentially. That's my thinking. Right, put it in neutral accidentally. There we go. It's currently the tyres are the lowest pressure, so that should help with climbing, with the mud and stuff. There we go. Come on, last little bit up. You're going to tell me we can't go up that steep bit. We're kind of catching on the rock. There's no attachment points winch-wise. We go more to the... There we go, and then go this way. You can see the rock we're getting stuck on as well there. We let it roll back again. There we go. Nearly up. Come on, a little bit more. Oh, I've actually got diff lock off at the minute. Why is diff lock off? Back on. There we go. I thought the diff lock was on, but I must have turned it off accidentally. We know we're going because we saw the actual area with the drone, so we know where we're going to get it. So we're going down here. And there's the flight recorder straight ahead. There we go. We are here. Okay, handbrake, we can trade, so we need to pick up the flight recorder. We now have it. Drive the flight recorder to the outpost. Great, the flight recorder has been found. It remains to deliver it to the outpost. Okay. So outpost is our start point. Obviously we can just fly back. That would cost us 1,000, I think, to do so, and maybe worth doing. I don't know whether we can grab the vehicle at the same time. Now, our issue is going to be fuel. We refuel for the minute. That's all we've got. My thinking was to try and get the vehicle back with us. There's no spare fuel there, isn't there? See if we can get that vehicle down there back with us so we complete another mission at the same time. Turn off the metal detector. I don't know if we've got the fuel for that. That's the only issue. And we're going to get back down as well, which is the other issue. I'd like to try and get the other vehicle back, because obviously it completes 2 missions at once then. If we go and try and go down this bit down here potentially, and we'll see. If we can get it as close back to base as possible, at least that's something. And we can, if we run out of fuel, I suppose we can always airdrop back and come back for the vehicle, but at least we've got it some way towards where we're going. Maybe that might be the way forward. I think it's worth a try. If we run out of fuel, we run out of fuel, and I think we can still airdrop back out of fuel. That's the thing. We should be able to. It costs us money to do so. we took the free one earlier when we got stuck. Okay, let's try and get past these rocks. That bit I said to go down looks worse now. So this may be a really bad idea. Try and get down here. It looks okay on the map, or ish. Now looking at it from this way, it looks a lot worse. Yeah, we're gonna get some damage at them. See how it goes. No, don't do that. One thing we've always avoided so far is flipping. Can't get a camera angle that I need. Okay, we're rolling. We have got a jack screw that I believe we can use. Any winch points? That'd be a no. Kind of what I thought. Okay, we've not used jack screw before. I don't know how we use them, to be fair. Inventory. There we go. That one, jack screw. We're only allowed to flip once, 3 times I think actually for bonus. It's the first time I've ever used this. So we can place the car. Why is that red? I think it has to be green for us to deploy. Let's give it a go. There we go. That works. That's actually quite a cool thing to use. You can only carry 2 on it, or 1 set is 2. And we've rolled once. We don't want to roll any more now, though. Okay, our plan is to try and winch this car over here over and try potentially take it back to them. That's the hope, anyway. Can't allow 4F. Okay. Try and winch it to us, I think, is the first thing. Although, oh yeah, we can reach it, just about. Oh no, they didn't like that, did it? We're not, I don't think we're close enough, to be fair. I think that's the issue. Okay, the thinking is try and roll it to start with. It's all dependent on how long our fuel lasts, though. If we go back end, potentially. Right, pull. There you go. No, don't roll over again, stay. I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Release switch. Keep going, roll a bit more. We need it on its wheels, obviously. See, it's a bit banged up. We can get on its wheels and hopefully we can winch it with us from behind. Hopefully it still turns on. That's the other thing. Can't get it. We need to try and flip it over. Come on. There we go. Stay. Perfect. Right. Obviously we need to work out the way back, but I think we can head up this hill to the right. I don't know if we're going to have enough power to tow it whilst going up some of these hills, but I suppose we'll figure that out as we go. So we want to be on the front of it. We can also hopefully turn the engine on. I'm hoping it still runs. Yeah. Engine's on. Although it's gone in a really awkward position, hasn't it? How did that end up down there? I might have to tow it backwards, I think, first, just to get it. There's no way we're going to make this with fuel, I don't think, at this rate. We'll have to put it out backwards, just to get it straighter here, so it can follow us up this little bit here. Rather than being down the hole, it's actually currently down. You can say, the big issue is going to be fuel more than anything else. That's what's going to stop us completing this, potentially. Right. Come on, come backwards. Turn the engine on. There we go. Come on, a bit more. Can't seem to get to go backwards. Is that engine on though? I think it's more also my lack of grip, to be fair. There we go, found some grip. Because it went down the gap, and that was the one thing we didn't want to happen, was to go down there. And I can't seem to get any grip to pull it. Let's see if we get further back. Really not happy. I need it out of that little gap though to try and get it round the side. Come on. Try and nudge it backwards a bit more. There we go. That's what we needed. Just needed to spring out of that little bit that's holding it there, which is the rocks, I would assume, by the looks of things. Going down for a little bit of fuel doing this. Still not back enough. It's them rocks are just holding it in place. We go further back and do it again. Obviously the mud's not good for us either. Come on. Just need it a little bit further back. That back wheel there is stuck on some rocks, I think. Okay. If we can't get further than that, will it now go to the right? I think it will, you know. I think potentially. We get to the right enough, should have enough room to turn. What are we doing here? All this effort to try and complete a side mission with the main mission we're in the middle of doing. But we're here, it makes sense to try. We're not liking the mud that much though. What am I stuck on? The mud, I think there's some rocks under the mud that we're just not seeing. There we go. Right, we get onto this ledge over here, and then hopefully we can tow it and it doesn't go down that valley like it did last time. That's the hope. There we go. Right. We need it not to go down that valley. We're going to turn it on. There we go. This is either going to go really well or not, I don't know. Come on, don't go down. Ah, it didn't quite go where I wanted it to. No, we're okay. Come on, get up that last little bit. Come on. Handbrake on if that helps. No, handbrake is pulling us. There we go, there we go. We got it. Right. We'll try and get as close as we can to home base, but obviously fuel is a problem. We've got half a tank, several big climbs to do. So we'll see how far we can go. Obviously we're going to use more fuel pulling this, even though it's on as well. Ground is not the best either, that's the thing. In fact, where are we actually going? Home base is quite a way. Oh, we can airdrop. I don't know if we recover ourselves. I don't know if we take the car we've got with us. That's the only thing. Yeah, I don't know if we pull ourselves back when the car comes. I don't really want to risk it. Obviously, run out of fuel, we won't have a choice. Okay, we either go left, up that. Yeah, we'll go left here, I think. Ah, no, I did the wrong button. There we go. Didn't mean to take it off. Turn it on again. Yeah, less than half a tank of fuel. We can airdrop back. It costs us 1,000. At least the truck will be closer then. For future recovery. What you? Oh, you're stuck on that ledge, aren't you? Can't get up there. Okay, we should just run to this side over here. I wasn't going to, so I didn't know if it'd fit or not. Come on. Let's release winch. So awkward to try and pull these things. Let's go to this bit here. We only just need to get a little bit towards us to get away from that rock, essentially. Right. If we reverse into the back end, I know we can finish the mission the expedition quite simply. But like I say, if we can complete a side mission at the same time, that's a massive bonus. Yeah, we're not getting that with this, are we? Come on, this way. It's coming, I think, a little bit. Come on. Although the engine's on, the wheels aren't turning at all. And I'm just wasting fuel. Can't push it back either. Yeah, pushing isn't actually. It's not moving of its own accord, so it won't do anything. Let's try diff lock, low range. That gives a bit more grip, essentially. Come on. There we go. A bit more. Just needs to get over that little rock on its left-hand tyre. That's all we needed to do. Come on. Can't get that little bit of turn that we need. Although the engine's off again. Just turn the engine on again, shall we? Oh, that's right. I don't think it comes. I think the engine's off because it's run out of fuel. There we go. We got it. No. Okay, it's now up. It's now with us. We got it. But I think it's run out of fuel because the engine keeps going off. There's no way we're getting this back in this state. I'm assuming I can't send it fuel. Not that we've got any to send it, to be fair. But yeah, the engine keeps going off. I think it's out of fuel. And I can't tow it like that otherwise. What we're going to do then, let's try airdropping back. Obviously, if it stays where it is, it stays where it is. But potentially, this is us mission finished as well. Okay, we leave the vehicle there. It was kind of I thought that may happen. We need a bigger, more powerful vehicle to tow it, I would say. But at least we can finish the expedition. And that's something we'll have to go back and deal with. But yeah, we need a stronger vehicle. That's the thing. Scouts aren't the best vehicles for towing. They just don't have the power that you need. What am I doing? Other than damaging the car. Right, there we go. Right, let's deliver what we need to deliver. The flight recorder's here. Deliver the flight recorder. Task is complete. That is mission complete as well. Expedition complete. Wow, we've got all 3 bonuses. I still don't know what damage from tyre inflation is. That's something we need to look at. We'll work out. But incredible work. Data was not affected. Most importantly, we now have it. We look forward to further cooperation with your organisation. So we got take less than 50 damage from tyre inflation. Don't flip the car more than 3 times and complete an expedition. 6,500 as well. We've got big reinforced bumper for a different vehicle that we don't currently have, but the Quali 293M bug. We gained Brian Wilson as a Jaeger, and we now have a new deploy area, new outpost as the South Outpost. First expedition of the day done. We sell the remaining jack screw. We used one of the two. A bit more money there, 9,000 as well. We took just under an hour, 52 minutes. Admittedly, we were trying to tow a truck. 69.5 litres of fuel. We took 7 damage. I think that went pretty well. First expedition done though. I thought trying to bring the vehicle back to us would help us in terms of tasks. There's 101 upgrades on this map. So I think there's a lot of driving around with a metal detector to find all these upgrades, I think. Okay, next up. I think once you've unlocked all the outposts as well, I think that's going to make exploring a little bit easier and finding everything a bit easier, I would say. I'm guessing. This is in order to preserve... There is a unique building in this region. It was built a long time ago and is now gradually falling apart. We want to preserve it as long as possible and make it a tourist attraction. Let's start by monitoring the weather in more detail so that we have time to react. Okay, this is different. We've not done this kind of one before. 800, it's not very far to drive to either, but I think it's going to be different things to do. We did an off-road truck instead of a scout this time. We've got to take a mechanic specialist with us. We've got to buy and take portable meteo station. So they are weather recorders, essentially. We need to take those with us. Rewards-wise, 4,900, a prepayment at 700. We need to collect more than 4 items before we finish the expedition. We need to take less than 55 damage in tire inflation and complete the expedition. I don't quite understand the tire inflation damage. We also, the rewards, we gain an emergency reserve M with the Collie 293 Pug. We need to have a look what the vehicle is. We gain a hydrologist. We gain a warehouse module. And we gain gateway to Coconino. Oh, it's another area. New gateway to another map unlocked with this mission being done. Right. Off-road vehicle as well. Let's have a look what we've got for a start. So, off-road. I think we've used them all at some point now. We definitely used the Action. I think we've used the Action SE. We've definitely used that as it's got a frame module on the Step 310E. I don't think we've used this one, you know. The Step 310E SE. So it's another version of this one. The upgraded version, I would say. It's got more power. I think we use that. We might have to have a look at upgrades and things as well, though. Let's customize it. Let's have a look. So, we've gained new frame module. The modular platform S is new. So, a modular platform cargo system provides both a short flatbed platform for frame module and a short side. Ah, okay. So you can put something on the back as well as a storage area. That's interesting. The other thing we've got to remember, we've got to pick 4 items up before finishing this mission, potentially. Which does that mean then we need to find cargo places, don't we? Why is it still showing? Have I got to press it? There we go. I don't know if I want that on the back or not, to be fair. I suppose it does no harm, does it? What's the small tongue? Oh, spare parts, spare wheels, radar we can't have at the minute. Do we take that? I don't really know. No, I think the sideboard's fine, actually. Okay. Don't think we need any exhaust. Emergency reserves, I don't think we need those either. Side mounting racks. Ah, so you more. Okay, so you have some racks to store more stuff in. On the roof, we can have a roof rack, which is currently locked. We'll unlock it. The spotlight mount. We have said we need more lights at times, to be fair. What else do we have here? The bull bars. It's got the stock bumper currently. Sun visor. Sure that does anything to help us. And the extended sun visor. Searchlight. We have to talk about having a searchlight, to be fair. Mainly because we struggle for light sometimes. Slight boost of visibility at night. I think it's worth having. We've noticed we are lacking visibility, so we'll put that on. Right, engine-wise, we have got an upgraded engine here. It will increase our power and strength, but decrease, make our fuel consumption worse. It's the only one we have access to currently. Gearbox, we can have the high range, but it doesn't change anything by the looks of things. No, doesn't change anything. Increase gear count. Suspension, stock kit is on. We've got a lift kit for 3,000, which will increase our strength. I have been upgrading vehicles as we go. I just think it's worth it just to make our life a bit easier. So the lift kit's on. Tyres, we've got the all-terrain ones. I think we take the off-road ones. We have found them to be better. Another 3,000 spent. Winch, I think we've got the extended winch as standard, to be fair, so we'll keep the extended. Diff lock's engageable. Snorkel, we don't need. I think we're good. I never change colours. I don't see the point in colours. But yeah, I think we've set that up. Okay, inventory. We do need to take this over here. This is a portable meteo station. We need to take, I think you said 2, didn't it? So we'll take that. They are free. I think it's, yeah, 2 we've got. I think we want to take a jack screw in case you roll. We do get refunded if we don't use them. So it's not that end of the world. And I think we want to take an anchor. We've learnt a lesson with anchor. Personally, we tend to mess up. Do we want some additional fuel? No, I think we'll be alright. Okay. So that's that. We need to take a mechanic with us as well. So we've got Mike Nixon. He's actually the only one we can use because the other one's DLC and we won't use them. So Mike Nixon, have we used him before? I don't think we have. A mountaineering instructor from Utah, Mike also works part-time as a mechanic to save enough money for the truck of his dreams. Can't solve a problem with a good winch, you just need a longer cable. Take less damage by 30%. 100% setup radius for the anchor plus 5 supply limit. Do we want more than one? We've never taken more than one with us, to be fair. Obviously it does cost us some money off the profit of the job. I don't think we have any issue with water. Jaeger. This is the one we just gained. Brian Wilson. Gain extra 2 jack screw limit. Scouting zones higher for the truck. And mark shortcuts with binoculars. Professional forest ranger in Canada engaged in monitoring forestry activities, as well as forestry planning for the restoration of wood resources. I don't think we need them, to be fair. I think we're okay. I'm always unsure who we should take, to be fair, but I think we're okay. Now, we were talking about taking an extra truck in case we get stuck. Although we've got anchors, we should be okay. With a secondary truck, if you do find other things, you've got something else we can use, potentially. Do we want to take a second? I don't know if we should. No, let's leave it. I might regret this, but I think we'll leave it. So far, I've done okay, 1 truck at a time. Okay, there's 2 bonus things to look for here. 2 missions to pick up. And then we're heading over that way. Let's start the expedition. So I think we've got to get to a certain area, then it will want us to place these portable weather vanes, essentially, in different places. Now, I can take the spare fuel and stick it on us there. I'll take all of it. I don't know if this gets refilled each time or not, to be fair. I'll take the spare wheel, though. Yeah, I'm not sure if this gets... In fact, actually take some of those as well. I don't know if that gets restocked every time. I don't think we need anything else. Camera trap. Oh, that's quite cool that you can add professional filming equipment. Right. So, we did see on the map, there's a new old friends is a new mission. Yeah, we might as well pick both of these up as we're here. There's also another task there as well. I think we should pick everything up around us while we know where it all is, and then we can focus on the mission afterwards. So, there's something over here to the left. I always have all-wheel drive on it. I know it uses more fuel, but it's so much easier. Right, what is this here? So, new objective, let's have a look. New old friends. The area can be pretty rough, but can I show you the ropes around here? Let's take a ride. We gain a new low mount snorkel. Decent amount of money as well, to be fair. Let's have a look at this. So there are contracts to do here as well. We've not done any of these yet. Take a photo by a pond is one of them. New old friends. So we've got to visit specific places to complete this mission. One's miles away down here, to be fair. One is here. So potentially we may end up near one of these, and if we are, it may be worth doing it whilst we're there, to be fair. We've just got to visit 3 different areas. If we're nearby, we'll try and do it. But I don't think we need to track them. And there is another mission to our right, I believe. I saw the money sign actually, didn't we, on the map? Just here. I don't know what that is. Due to staffing issues, we're in need of an engineer who can fix their drill and then someone to deploy it. Okay. Sideboard cargo. Okay, so this is a task essentially. Due to some staffing issues, we need an engineer who can fix their drill. We've got a mechanic on us, haven't we? We've gained a spare wheel mounts rear for the... This pug is getting a lot of rewards, and yet we don't have anything. It's quite a lot of money. I'm just going to track it for a second. Mainly because I want to see what it actually involves. If it's something we can do whilst we're going to the main expedition, then brilliant. If we can't do it, we won't. But I think it's worth a look, just in case we can do it. Part of the main expedition. That's always the thing, the more we can do on the way to other things, the better, I feel. Right. So we need to take these 2 with us, 2 drills. Where are we going with them? That's the question. So where is the actual deploy point? Would I not know that to have picked up the stuff? I don't think I'm going to find it to have picked up the stuff, am I? Okay, that's it. Let's we'll put them. I'm hoping I can give them back. Otherwise, I might have an issue. Right, I've picked them up. Where are we going with them? That's the question. That's new old friends. Geological surveys. Install the first portable rig. So normally they would tell us where we've got to take them, do they not? It was core problems, wasn't it? What's that one say? Geological surveys, new old friends, geological. I don't know where I'm taking these. Obviously, if we're not going to do it now, we might as well give them back. Doesn't tell us where to go there, does it? Unless I'm being silly and not seeing it. If I stop tracking, let's start tracking. Nothing's changing. Core problems. Oh, okay, there it is. It's over there. So they need. Okay. I don't want to. Yes, what we do want to do is store them in the base here. I wonder. I don't know if the base goes everywhere, but if we store them in the warehouse over here. If the warehouses are interconnected, which they possibly may be, it means then we can trade them across to the field operation base, and then from there go and do them. Because obviously where we are now isn't an ideal start position for doing this. So if I trade them across, I can't store them. They can't be transferred. That's annoying. Okay, I don't know if I've messed up by taking them now. That's the only thing. Okay. I'm really... no, actually, we can actually... When we finish the expedition, we can then airdrop across to this base over here, can't we? And then go and do them as part of that. Yeah, I think we can do it. It's just going to be... We'll have to do it in due course. think it is doable. Right, there's a secondary mission to pick up to our left here as well. Let's go and have a look at that. This camp needs some buildings. I mean, we put a spotlight on this, didn't we? Why is it not on? I swear we added a spotlight. I can't see a way of doing it though. Yeah, I'm sure we added a spotlight to this. There's still not enough light though. Right, missions here. Oh, I can see it now. There we go. I know we've not made much progress in the actual expedition yet. I'm just trying to pick up other things on the way. But yeah, I didn't know we could trade them. So we'll send them across the warehouse. Maybe built a warehouse, maybe. We haven't built anything yet, to be fair. As I say, as long as we don't use up the airdrop, we can go across and do it that way. Right, just want to see what this mission is and have it activated so we know we can do it at some point. Unsuccessful geo-analysis. Oh, this actually gives us the vehicle we're getting all the upgrades for. During geo-analysis work, our employer's car fell off a cliff because he forgot to put it on the handbrake. Help us evacuate the car to a flat surface for its further evacuation. Okay. I just want to see where that mission takes us. Deliver the fallen truck. Retrack it. Okay, so fallen truck is all over here. Again, we want to be this one really. West outpost to go and do that, don't we really? But that's the vehicle we've been getting all the upgrades for. So at least we know where we've got to go for it. That's something at least. Right, we've got to carry on with this expedition. We're heading over here. At least we've now picked the missions up to do at some point where we want to. Our best way there though, I think, is actually this way. Looking at that. Although we do know the map can be very deceiving. This way looks like trouble, in all honesty. Yeah, I think we want to head this way. Really used up a decent amount of fuel and we're not really gone anywhere yet. But now we have extra missions we can do on the way to other things, hopefully. And we've got these 2 drill bits we've got to deal with at some point. I wasn't planning to do anything with, but I shouldn't have transferred them. It would have been alright for having. As I say, there is we can get it sorted, I think, once the expedition's done. Right, we need to find a way up. According to the map, we should be able to get up this left-hand side here. Doesn't look that easy to get up, to be fair. Oh, actually, it is. The lack of light doesn't help. I don't want to switch. I don't want to make time move quicker though. We want to do everything in the conditions we're at. The only annoying thing is, I swear we put a spotlight on this vehicle, and it hasn't made any difference whatsoever. Okay. We want to head to the right, I think, and come round. At some point we need to get up to there for the old friends, but I don't think this is the vehicle for doing that. I think a scout vehicle is better off trying to get up there. See the building and stuff. I do like the maps. I think the detail on the maps is really cool. So my only real criticism is the stop-start nature of the expedition, but then again, it does make sense. It means we've got a loading screen each time. But yeah, we do need to get the vehicle. Since we're getting all the upgrades for it, it'd be handy to have the vehicle. Right, let's have another scout ahead. There's a little bit going down, then we head to the right, and that's where we're heading for the moment, as we get closer to the tower. I'm assuming it will just give us 2 locations to place these 2 geothermal sensors to monitor the weather. I think that's what it will do. We're trying to save our free airdrop as well, go and complete a side mission once the expedition is done. That's the hope anyway. Right, there we go. Stage complete. Install portable metro station. Looks like a fork in the road. It's up to you where to go first. Okay, we kind of thought this is what would happen. In order to preserve is there. So so we want to do those 2 together. I think we place this one first. I know it's miles away. Then we want to come back and do those 2 together is my thinking. It makes the most sense to me. that we need to go over this way. So there is also something, new old friends. Was that, I think that mission was just a case of visit it. So at least we can clear that at the same time. So we want to head straight across here and then head left, by the looks of things. We've got the sun coming up as well, so we have to get a bit more view. Yeah, the spotlight doesn't seem to do anything. It was only a small one. I thought we'd get a bit more visibility. Okay, heading up over this way. We'll do the location for good old friends as well, so it's another thing done then for something else. The more we can do on the way to our normal expedition, the better. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. Did lose a like earlier, it happens, it's one of those things. I was waiting for the dislike to show up, but it didn't. Okay, this is the other mission. So that's the other mission bit done for good old friends, which is the new old friends. Yeah, the first of 3 finished, done already from here. What's that down there? New old friends. Okay, I think that's where our 4th point will be. Right, we're heading straight ahead here to get to there, and then coming back may be tricky. We're just hoping we've done this in the right order without making life more difficult for ourselves. We can find out. Although, I think the map's deceiving a bit. That channel that you can get through, I think, is going to be okay. Although, saying that... okay. So keep using the map, because we know the map is a little bit deceiving. Let's use the drone a little bit here. So, there's a valley here to head through. Which does... I know the lack of light doesn't help us. But I think that's where we're going to go. There's no other way really up there. Although saying that, is that bit here doable? Actually, that is doable. So we're currently there. I was just looking at this bit along here to get round. That does work. That valley looks a bit tricky mud-wise. We can go this way, that's not so bad. Although saying that, there's a bit of a ledge there. Lack of light obviously doesn't help us here. So here we go, valley way, which looks very tight and muddy, or this way, although that's a bit of a drop. It's this bit here I'm concerned about. Although it actually doesn't look that bad. Yeah, I think we go that way, to be fair, rather than through the valley. Right, is anything else going to show up by having a little scan around? By the looks of it. Obviously you can get airdrops and stuff to show up, but nothing's really showing up. Okay. Yeah, that looks quite a tight squeeze, whereas I think going left here is probably the way forward. The road made it look okay. Let's see how we go. Slowly does it. Actually, I think that's okay. I think that looked a lot worse than it actually was. Right, first meteo station we can place down. There we go. Put the handbrake on, shall we? Resources sufficient. Deliver 1. There we go. So that's to measure the weather, so they can look at how much the building is being affected by the weather. 1 delivered. Right, 2 to go. And one of those actually looking at the tower. So we want to head back the way we came here to this ledge here, and then we're heading up. I think we want to try and complete New Old Friends, which is one of the second specific areas to go and visit at the same time, and then head back this way. That's my thinking. The more we can do for other missions on the way to our main expedition, the easier things will be when we've got things to finish off. But we basically have to head back the way we came here. I'm assuming there's nothing else here to look at. Let's quickly send up the drone. There's this ledge. Oh, there's a big old gap. Didn't see that from vehicle view. That gap there. I wondered if it led anything over that way, but no. Right, we're good. So, let's crack on. We'll go back the exact way we just came. I think that's a nice, easy route to follow. So far, this is the first time I think we've used this truck. We've used the base version of it. This is the SE. And actually, really nice truck. Handles really well. really steady, decent amount of power. Obviously we did do a few upgrades to tyres and things. Spotlight's a bit of a disappointment. I assume there's no manual button to put it on. I've not seen one. And we still don't know what tyre inflation damage is. We're not allowed more than a certain amount for one of the rewards. But I actually don't know what it means. We had it on the previous expedition as well. We didn't get any. But we don't quite understand what it is. I'm assuming it's if you've got the tyres inflated at the wrong level and you damage the tyres that way, is my assumption. It's not really been explained. I could actually probably look at the codex to be fair. I may need to, just to kind of understand it. Right. So we're now heading back this way, and then we want to head up here. It seems to be the ideal route up there, doesn't it? What I just thought, can we work out what tyre inflation damage actually is? Tyre inflation panel, lower it is, greater the contact patch, make it easier to overcome obstacles. Increases steering speed. High speeds increase risk of... Okay. I wonder if it is driving the high speeds. It will be shown with the wheel. If it turns red, the wheel is damaged. No, it doesn't tell us anything. I thought it would explain how we get tyre damage or tyre inflation damage, which is something we've not seen yet. We've not received any, but the mission says we get a bonus for not having less than a certain amount. I don't quite understand what it is. As long as we don't get any, it's not in the world, I suppose. Right. What's the way up we're going to use? Over this way. Yeah. We are using the map quite a bit. Probably should use the drone more than the map, because the map can be deceiving, but currently it's helped. Right, up here and then to the left. Only thing we've got on currently is all-wheel drive. We have that on the standard most of the time now. Makes life so much easier. Okay, up this bit to the left. Go with a new climb. Assuming that's the climb we're doing now, to be fair. Do I need low range on? No, absolutely fine without it. Okay, we want to head to the right first here. There's another mission we can do the second point of interest for. Stop there a second. Right, let's track this one for a second, just so we know where we're heading, and then we'll come back to this one. It should just be a straight shot forward here to get to it. I don't think there's much left of the expedition that we're currently doing. So, while we're here, it makes sense to quickly do this. Might send the drone up and just see if there's anything else nearby to look at. But yeah, at least this second point of the 3 done. Easy reward. Right, quickly send the drone up just to give it a quick scan. Anything else showing up? By the looks of it. I think we're meant to get airdrops show up, potentially. Nothing new is really showing up, to be fair. Okay. So we need to change mission again, back to this one. There we go. So we've got to place one more weather station and then have a look at the tower itself. Nice and simple. Also, so far this mission has gone pretty well. Better than the first mission. I say mission, expedition is what I mean. But better than the first expedition we did today. This one has gone off really well. We're hoping to combine this with another mission as well. We've got the drill part to do that. We shall see how we go. I think it should be okay to do both. Since we can't transfer the drill parts, we may as well do it. We'll just need to airdrop to a different place. We'll deal with that once this is done. Right, so second station. Do we want to look at the place first or station first? I think station's fine, I think. Oh, this is... Start scanning. Hang on, why am I scanning? Oh, this is the look at the tower, and this is place the portable station. Okay, I didn't know this was that. So we're scanning, we've got to stop this in the bars to get a closer look. Some stairs going up there. It's quite a good way of doing it, to be fair, to get a closer look at things. It's a simple mini game as well. The detail on it. That's one thing I'm really impressed with, the detail on the bits that you find around the areas. So inspection completed. Despite the fact this tower is broken, it's still majestic and beautiful. Scan complete. Why is take a look at the tower still there as a mission? Oh no, it's gone now. It just took a moment for it to disappear. Right, we need to go and place the next portable station. And then potentially it's mission complete, hopefully. I don't think that. Whoa! Okay, I hit the wall. Didn't see it till I hit it, essentially. That's an issue. So we need some wheel damage. Can I fix wheel damage? No. Suspension damage though. I can fix a bit of that. Hopefully we don't lose out mission-wise because of that damage. It's not tire inflation damage though. I hit a wall that I didn't see. But hopefully it won't stop us getting the bonus rewards. Just didn't see the wall. Damaging the place they want to try and preserve the tourists. Although they did ask us to send the truck in, I suppose. Trying to get what you want. Okay. Deliver the supplies. This is the final one, the portable meteo station. I'm assuming that's how you say it. I could be saying it wrong, to be fair. But it's a weather station, weather sensor. So expedition complete. Whoa! We didn't collect the full items. I messed that up. I didn't think about the items, to be fair. I've done that a few times. We've not picked up enough items, but then we couldn't find anything locally to us, to be fair, to pick up. So it's kind of not our fault. We do gain Emergency Reserve M, which is a miscellaneous upgrade for the Collie, which we haven't got currently. We've gained the Warehouse Base module. We gained Anwar Farsi as a hydrologist, and we gained the Gateway to Coconino, which is a new map. Right, we don't want to finish expedition because we've got drill bits on us that we want to keep. We're going to airdrop now to the other area so we can go and do the 2 drill bits on us. Let's say we're selling the 2 items that I really don't want to sell. So my thinking is we airdrop over to this side so we can then do the other side mission we currently have on, which is this one. No, that's the truck. No. Okay. It's not one of those. It's that. No, that's fuel. Is it that one? Oh yeah, we picked up the equipment. We did. So install the first pull rig. So it's this mission here we want to do. And if we airdrop over to the field operation base over here, well, that will give us the starting point to go and do this other mission, as the drill parts are currently on us. So this should be free. This is the first recovery of this expedition. There we go. Okay, we have still kept the items. I wondered if we'd lose those, to be fair, but we've kept them. Right, we can restock our fuel here as well. And parts to fix. That's really all we need to restock, to be fair. Don't need to buy anything. We just need to get to these 2 points. So, why are they not showing up though? So, one is... There's the first one. New friends. New friends. Is it that one? Yeah. So that one there and that one there. They're the 2 bits we need to get to. There is a climb here potentially for this first one. And then this one, I'm not sure how we get there yet. That's something we need to figure out. But we've got the drill parts on us that we picked up at the start of the previous mission. So we may as well do these while we're here. Yeah, tyres a little bit damaged, but other than that we're okay. Could we still pass the bonus rewards if you pick up 2 more objects? I don't know, to be fair. I'm hoping we can. So although the map's not showing these up as where we're heading, it is actually showing up where we are. What's this? This was new friends. Okay. So we need to drive out of the camp. But yeah, we're failing the mission because we haven't picked up 4 items on the expedition itself. Just trying to look at which way we're going out here. We've picked up 2 because we've got the drill parts for the mission we're currently about to go and do. But we want us to pick up 2 more things. I suppose if we see an airdrop, maybe. Because I'm assuming until we go back to HQ, we've not actually finished the expedition. So maybe we can still collect that reward, the bonus rewards, maybe. We've done that before though. Thought we picked up enough stuff and it said it didn't count. So don't quite know how that works. Right, I'm going to head down here, and then we're heading across to this climb here, essentially. There's an airdrop near where we were putting the first one of these, so potentially pick more items up that way. Plenty of storage on board for that, so that won't be an issue. Because, and yeah, I think we can still gain the bonus rewards because it hasn't sold the anchors and the jack screw. Although on the screen, as a reward screen, it says we were selling them. So I wonder if we can still gain more rewards yet. Which would kind of encourage you not to finish an expedition immediately after doing it, and encourage you then to go and do other things around the area. Which makes sense, to be fair. Right, stop trying to slow it down there. Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Oh, you can see where we're heading over there to the left. See the climb as well we're about to use. I don't think we've completed this climb yet, so potentially I think we gain rewards for doing the climb. Let's have a quick look at the map. We are using the map quite a lot. Probably should use drone a bit more, to be fair. So there's things to pick up at the airdrop. So we'll try and grab that while we grab the first portable rig, install the first rig. So this climb I don't think's been done. It's greyed out. I don't know if that counts as done or not, to be fair. Right, which way are we heading up this? I think it's to the left. I think we have done this climb actually. Thinking back to Tuesday's stream. I remember going up this way. That's why it's greyed out, because we've done it then maybe. Same as the airdrops, I suppose once you take everything they have, is that the airdrop then greyed out? I'll have to figure that out in a minute, but I actually got to do with it. Right, up the hill this way. This is a really good truck though. In fact, I don't think we've had a bad vehicle yet. I'm sure there is bad vehicles. We've not really struggled with a vehicle so far. The scouts can get stuck a little bit. Other than that, I haven't really struggled with any vehicle. Which is a good thing in a way, but does that mean that any vehicle is viable to use at all times? That's the thing. Right, we do need to check our way down here. It looks to our left there should be a shallow part down. To be fair. Can't quite see where that shallow bit is. Let's send the drone quickly. I think it's that bit, it means just there, to be fair. Try and go forward. Yeah, I think that's the bit we need to go down there. The plan is to put the first one there, grab the airdrop over here, pick up whatever we've got, and then keep heading round, because I believe we can get to the second place, which is behind there. Obviously, we can't quite see the second place as of yet. I haven't got as much height there. We had more height earlier. So, let's try getting down here. Gradually, slowly. We can get this other side mission, one part of it done. So yeah, this is what we like to do in most games, just clear as we go. We haven't really had a chance to do that until now. Right, let's deliver the supplies. This is the first portable rig for this extra mission, on top of what we've already done in the expedition itself. First rig delivered. So, second one is over here. Now, that to me is a little gully or valley. Potentially, think we can get over this way and through here, which to me would be the best option, rather than going all the way around and finding another way in. I think, coming this way, because we might find something, other stuff there. We don't know. We do want to go to the airdrop though as well while we're here, and just pick up what's there, because as a reward we need 4 items picked up. Now I'm hoping the drill parts count as 2, and if they do, then this should complete the extra rewards needed to finish this off. Right, where the airdrop's there. Obviously we don't want to get to a situation where we get stuck, that's the only other thing. So, looks like it should be right. There we go. Right, stop there a second. Trade. We'll bring the scrap with us. I'm hoping all that counts. The scrap though, we need to build a workshop so we can disassemble the scrap. We haven't got a workshop yet, so maybe we do need to build one, just so we can use the scrap rather than wasting it. Right, my plan is this way. We want to probably drive up here, and then we send the drone in to have a look, I think. So if we head to the right, we should still be able to get there from here. I'll ignore the tree a little bit. That's more of a drop than I was expecting, but it should be okay. Yeah. To the right hand side. I really like this truck, to be fair. I think this is probably the best off-road truck we've used so far. Remember what we used on Tuesday for our first stream? I'm really liking this one. It just has the right amount of power to make things so easy. Say that so far. Obviously conditions can get worse yet. But yeah, it just needs to make light work of everything I've asked it to do. Bar the wall. Hitting walls it doesn't mind. We love it. Yay. So that's where I think we're heading. We'll get close to the climb up and then we'll have drone it out and see what we find. Because obviously it may not be as simple as it first seems. Right, let's send the drone out and have a look around. Oh, we can't use it. No flight zone. Okay, no drone then. Binoculars don't work from down here either. We just have to go up and hope we can get through to where we want to. Okay, we're going to be a little bit blind. I was hoping to use the drone to obviously work out routes and stuff, but obviously we'll have to wait. So no fly zone. I think it means we've got to deploy. There are things in the shop that we can take with us and put down, and that then allows us to use the drone, I think. Looking at some of the things we had in the shop when you start an expedition. So maybe one of those needs to be carried on us at all times as well. We always sell it back if we don't use it. But when we find a no-fly zone, we had one of those on us that would stop it being a no-fly zone by the sounds of what it says and the explanation of what the item is. So maybe we need to carry one of those with us as well for these no-fly zone areas, just in case we get near one, essentially. Right, there's a drill bit up there. Again, we would love of you to use the drone here, but I think we do need to start taking other items with us then. Still don't. I think we got away with not taking a second vehicle. We were and hard about it, but yeah, I think we didn't really need it. I don't know. It's good to have a spare with you nearby in case you get in trouble. But yeah, we were and hard, and I think we made the right decision not bringing one on this expedition. Obviously, we need to make the decision whether to spend 1,000 credits to airdrop back to HQ or drive back. Something we do need to do. Right, stop there. There's also something behind us here. There was something showing up in red just then. Let's deliver this portable rig first, and that should be the second mission complete. There we go. So core problems complete. Thank you for helping us while we've been short-staffed. Fortunately, there was room in the budget for generous compensation. 13,800 credits and spare wheel mounts rear as well. Nice little reward. So that's actually where the red zone was, where it's building, I think. Right, we've got two choices. We either spend 1,000 credits. There's an airdrop there. There's 1,000 credits to airdrop ourselves back to HQ, or we drive back. Which, driving back seems the better option. Saving money, essentially. It's not too far to go. But we can also try and pick up this airdrop on the way. Dennis, good morning, how are you? It has been a while. How are you doing? What's that there? Why did that? Oh, I think that is the mission complete though, isn't it? Ignore the mission we've got currently on. Is that just still showing up as this mission? Oh no, we've got to come here. So there's a second mission to do for the same location. So where we place the portable rigs, we have to deliver fuel to them places as well. I wasn't aware of that, to be fair. Can I just hand the fuel over now though? I don't know, because we haven't got fuel on us. We've got spare fuel on us as well. Let's reverse up here. Although saying that, I think the marker was ahead of us. Let's just put that mission on as well. I'm just curious to see if we can deliver fuel that we've currently got on us now. The drills have been running for weeks. This well has more to give. It's gone way beyond our estimates. We didn't provision enough fuel to keep running this long. We need contract haulers to get us a fuel supply ASAP. Oh, well, look how much fuel it is. Those 130 litres for one, 150 for another. I don't know how much we've got on us, to be fair. Probably not that amount. No, we've got 100 spare fuel, and that's it. I don't think we can really use it. So that's another mission then to come back to and do at some point. So I think we stick to the original plan. We're heading to this airdrop here, which I'll put that on just so we know where we're heading, and then we're going to head round, drive back to base, and finish this expedition there. And hopefully, because we've picked up stuff, we'll gain the bonus rewards. I think actually we might even build the warehouse before we finish the expedition as well. But I think we can finish the expedition any time because we've done the main point of the expedition. We've just done extra things locally because we had them on us, like the drill parts and stuff. But we might as well grab the airdrop while we're here. And plus I think that's the way we need to go anyway to get back up. Across. Right, this does look a little bit dodgy. You've got to be a little bit careful here. I want to slide sideways essentially. Stick to the ledges where we can. Oh, I handled that really well. I was really happy with how that worked. That was quite good in the end. Right, discovered a new airdrop. What has it got for us? So it's got another jack screw, which again we'll end up selling. And okay, I can't take the last bit of scrap metal. Let's put the jack screw back, and we'll take the metal. Why can't it go on the sideboards? I know fuel can go there, spare parts there, wheel there. I can take some fuel back with us though. Might as well fill back up. Actually, was that a mistake? Do we want to take the fuel? The reason I'm saying this is also if we're out this way with another vehicle doing something else, there's fuel here we can use. Rather than us taking it all now, we don't need it. We might as well leave it there for if out this way we need the fuel for another vehicle actually. And there's no point wasting it because ours will reset when we finish anyway. Okay, we have been this kind of area before because of the plane in the right hand side you can see. It was a mission we did on Tuesday. So we kind of know roughly where we're heading from here. To get back to base. I think we'll build the workshop while we're here, when we go back to base. Build the workshop. Use the materials we've picked up into the workshop. I'm hoping using them doesn't void the fact we've picked them up. The bonus rewards, but we'll have to wait and see. I kind of want to make sure we don't waste them though, that's my thinking. And then we need the workshop to do that. Right, so from here we're heading to this climb down here. Because we're heading back to base over here essentially. So, slightly to our left. This is the way we want to do things. There's a box there though. Is that anything? We just went past the box, but I don't know what it is. Doesn't show up as anything. Maybe it's just something left around from other stuff. Yeah, the box isn't showing anything up, frustratingly. I think we did drone this bit previously. I don't think there's anything new around by the looks of things. But yeah, I was more curious what the box was. Driving as well, I'm gonna mess up my sleep, so I'll wake up right after you finish. Okay. Why did your mum mess up your sleep? How did that happen? What have you been grinding? Okay, there is a drop down here. We're just going to work out where the right bit of the slope is. I think it is here. So you've got to take this nice and simple. We don't want to damage the vehicle too much. We still haven't got the tyre inflation damage. Still don't quite understand what that is. It's 100%. Nice and easy down here. Careful of the turn. We don't want to flip over. I think we're all good. That is all good indeed. Right. So from here, we need to head across this kind of valley here. And then when we see this little area here, we want to head to the right. And we're heading up this way. Obviously, we could pay the thousands and airdrop ourselves back, but I kind of don't want to waste money on airdrops all the time. We use the free one anyway to get across here to do the other mission. I think to keep airdropping kind of is a waste of money. I don't know, we have a decent amount, we haven't built anything yet. So, we are buying upgrades as we go. So I think we're better off holding off on wasting money on airdrops unless we really need to. Like if we get stuck. It's slightly different. Right, we don't want to head up, we want to head through. Bit of a squeeze. Right, all good. Okay. Head across, so the water's on our right hand side. We should see a climb on the left, and that should be back to the HQ, and that's where we're going to build the workshop to use the materials we found. And that'll be the first time we build a building anywhere as well, to be fair. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there should be a climb up coming up on our left. Doesn't look like it at the minute, so I doubted it, but yeah, I think there is. Yeah, just here. Quite steep. We don't quite know if we're going to need diff lock or not. Let's try it without to start with. If we need diff lock, we'll put it on. How are we going to power about this? Obviously all-wheel drive's on, but it's always been on the whole time. Don't see a reason not to have it on. I know you use more fuel, but I think without it you're going to struggle in most conditions. Unless you're driving on a road, obviously. Right, I think we may have gone wrong here. I've gone straight up. I don't know if I'm meant to go straight up here. Handbrake going to hold us. We can go straight up. We were meant to go to the right, actually. To go this way. So we should be heading to the right and across that way. What I'm going to do is quickly send drone up and just see if there is a way from where we are. Because we're now there. Is there a way down without being silly if we go round? Just want to see if there's yeah, there is. We can go down there. So yeah, we don't need to go to the right. We'll just keep going up. None of this is, according to the map, has been explored. So just want to have a quick look around. See if there's anything nearby that we should check out at some point. Obviously, we'll finish this expedition in a second once we built the workshop. Bad signal. Nothing's really showing up, like no airdrops or anything. Did I see stay playing? Yeah, I wasn't that impressed. Obviously, Wolverine's got a release date, which we'll do on release, which is brilliant. Other than that, there wasn't really anything interesting, I don't think. What about you? What did you find interesting with it? I'm more looking forward to Pokemon Day tomorrow, to be fair. Nintendo's Pokemon Day is tomorrow. There's a big live stream to say about all the upcoming stuff. And then they've got Pokemon Red and Green releasing tomorrow. I've bought both versions for me and my boys to play. And then we can trade with each other as well. So that, but yeah, I'm more looking forward to that. PlayStation style play was rubbish. The only good announcement was Wolverine. And now we have a date. That's the only good thing about it. Okay. I think we've done well to do a secondary mission as well to do this one. We're still learning the game, obviously, and learning the best way of doing things. But we could have finished this expedition ages ago. but since we had materials on us, it made sense to do something else alongside it. Right, we're going to build the warehouse. I think it's the warehouse we need to double check. So we can use the scrap materials. We've got building slots here. I don't know if it matters where we build or what we build where. Don't know if that matters, but first of all, let's check. So, workshop is what we need. These recyclable materials, such as car parts, can be disassembled and put into parts in the workshop. So that's what we want to do. So, building modules, workshop, 20,000. We've got 76. We're all good money-wise. There's a warehouse there for storing items in as well. So instead of selling back jack screws and things like that, we can store them in a warehouse to be used later on as well. That's probably something we need to look at. Helipad. Oh wow, okay, that's quite handy. Allows for fast transportation of a vehicle to the location of any other vehicle on the map in exchange for fuel. So you can. That's handy if you get stuck and you have a secondary vehicle on an expedition and you get stuck somewhere. For the cost of fuel, you can go back and pull them out. That's a really handy upgrade. And this field operation base can have 6 upgrades. The others only get 2 extras, I believe, from what we've seen so far. Gas station. We've not really looked at these. Intelligence centre. Some of these are locked behind missions. Service station. Expanded parking. Okay. Repair station. Tow truck. That would be handy. And a cargo drone. A lot of these are probably late game stuff for later on. But yeah, workshop we want now. I think that's a good upgrade to have here. Okay. So we can now put these in the workshop, I believe. Recycle. Ah, there we go. 50 spare parts each time. And from here we can make, for a certain amount of spare parts, different things. So we can make anchors, the jack screws, GPS tracker, can be placed into an airdrop to automatically sell all items inside a pod. That's quite handy. Sideboards, it's basically a portable bridge, small portable bridge, tow rope for towing vehicles. That's quite handy without the need for a winch, to be fair. And we can make a signal repeater. Generates a signal zone for ground drones in the air. Okay, quite. So we've not wasted the parts essentially. It's packed, of course. Great Singers, new legacy of Ken game. There's always that. You waited so long, your expectations will be really high, isn't it? That's the thing. If expectations high, there's always that risk that it's not going to be as good as you hope. Now, do we build a workshop and store the other items rather than selling them? I don't think we need to. I think we're okay. I like the idea of the helipad, to be fair, more than anything else. Right, head back to HQ. I want to see if we can transfer the fuel we took back, because I don't know if it resets and makes itself have more. We trade. I don't know if we can do this. We took the spare fuel and didn't need it, and I don't want to waste stuff because I don't know if it resets what's in here. If not, we might as well, because I think what we have on board does reset. We can transfer these across actually, the anchors and the jack screw. Don't need to sell them, do we? So I think that's the right thing to do there. That's storage. Okay, so that's the store to buy from. That's fine. Right, how do we finish expedition then? Return to headquarters. Because the mission we set out to do is done. I think we just go back to headquarters now. There we go. That's it. So we spent an extra bit of time doing a different mission as well. We've got the core problems mission plus order to preserve. We didn't sell an item, but that's all fine. 19,700 credits for the total. But the extra stuff doesn't count, so the extra rewards we was hoping to get by picking items up doesn't seem to count. That's the thing. But there we go. Upon return to headquarters, the progress of ongoing constant tasks will be reset. Yes, because we've done everything. I think so. Don't know if that's a mistake or not. We'll find out in a minute. You like the new animation look, though? Oh, they've changed the look of it, have they? I didn't pay much attention, to be fair. Because it's not something I'm interested in. I didn't really look at it too much. Okay. Back at Grand Canyon. We're getting there with the Grand Canyon missions, to be fair. Okay, next one. Breaking Brad. Let's see what this does. Yesterday, biologist Brad Cook took a mobile lab into the desert without notice. You can see the hint this is hinting towards. We're concerned he may have taken some ill-advised substances and gotten lost again. There's a little Easter egg by the looks of things. Authorities say he hasn't been gone long enough to report him missing. So we'd like to contract your team for a rescue operation. This is from the Arizona National Museum. The previous missions was the Arizona government. This is from the museum. Objects bridge construction. Conditions need more spare parts. Okay, rewards. Do not use any other type of truck except the Scout. Drive no further than 1,350 meters. That's important then. We need to be careful how far we drive. No extra stuff then. Complete the expedition. We get a semi-automatic gearbox for the Collie 293M Pug, which we still haven't got yet. That's an extra mission. Unlock that by looks of things. We get an expanded parking base module unlocked, and the gateway to Wahheap Bay outpost is also unlocked, which is a new map. And decent amount of money. We can also head to Coconino whenever we want, but we might as well do all of these ones first, is my thinking. Okay, so we have to take a Jaeger and we have to use a scout vehicle. So, scout, what are we going to use? Obviously that is DLC, although it doesn't tell us it is DLC. The SE is the better version, obviously. Has a better range. We'll probably take what's on top, though. Let's take the metal detector off the roof. Can I just take it off? Oh, I need to sell it. It's free anyway. Okay, cool. I didn't want it on the top. That's the thing. I don't think we've got any new things to add. We've got reinforced bumper already on. External roll cage. Just protects the vehicle, doesn't it, more than anything else? We've got the bull bar bumper on already. And the rims. Let's have a look at upgrades. No new engine. We've only got the stock engine currently. Gearbox is currently stock. We have got a semi-automatic. But it doesn't actually tell us... It doesn't actually change anything. It doesn't change any of the stats, so there's no point. Currently we've got the stock kit. We can do a lift kit here. It takes the power down for a lift kit. Yeah, no, it definitely is an Easter egg to the TV show. Yeah, I think that's obvious. Lift kit, good for venturing off-road, provides great ground clearance, the expense of suspension, travel and stiffness. So we will lose a bit of power if we put the lift kit on. It's a big difference in lift kit though, isn't it? Look at that difference. Let's put it on. Let's do it. Tyres, we're currently using... What are we currently using? Oh, we're using the AS there. We could buy the more expensive one. I generally like the off-road ones, to be fair. I find the off-road ones are better. Good terrain, good rock. Good terrain, good rock. Yeah, I prefer the off-road ones. So let's put those on as well. Can sell these ones. How much money do we get back? There we go. Oh, they're free. Didn't gain anything from selling them then. Winch, we've got stock one. I think that's fine. And that's it. So all the upgrades done on the vehicle. I think we're happy with that. That's the vehicle we're going to take. What did it say we need to take? Specialist is Jaeger. Need more spare parts. I don't quite know what that is. We'll find out in due course. I don't know if we should take more spare parts with us. So we have to take a Jaeger. The only Jaeger we've got is the one we unlocked previously, which is Brian Wilson. So we'll take him with us. Add him on. And also, we did unlock a hydrologist with the last mission. Anwar Farsi. The new hydrologist. Anwar grew up in a wealthy family and since childhood, he got used to the fact that everything is given to him without difficulty. This is what pushed him to study science and technology. He sought to prove to everyone that he was able to achieve a lot without the family money. His experience and knowledge has been useful in many areas, including ensuring the safety of trucks. Shouldn't be any water where we're going, so we don't think we need him, to be fair. And it did just say just take a Jaeger. I don't think we need a mechanic. Yeah, I think we should be fine, to be fair. Although say that, the logistician there, the outpost has more fuel and more repair parts. I think that's okay. What I don't understand, it says conditions need more spare parts. I don't know what that means. And that has me a little bit concerned. We did store stuff. I don't think I need to buy anything as of yet. It's bridge construction though, isn't it? That's the thing. I think we're okay. Right. Let's deploy as we are. If we've messed this up, we'll have to come back. We're going to the south outpost. Over here. So let's start the expedition. I think we built the upgrades in the main outpost. So this one won't have the warehouse and stuff. Okay. We've got the most fuel we can take anyway. We can buy stuff if we wanted to, but there's nothing here. Does mean we don't have the anchor points and the jack screw that we had previously because they're at the other place, not here. So that may have been a mistake, not adding them ourselves, because we also can't buy them. So yeah, maybe a slight mistake not bringing jack screws with us, but we'll find out. So, first point of call is just heading here. Arrive at the place of departure of the biochemist. These missions we have already activated. If they're on the way to where we're going, we'll do them. But this mission does say don't drive too far. That's something we've got to think about. So, let's get going. I want the all-wheel drive on straight away. This has been lifted. You can definitely see the difference with the lift kit, to be fair. Hopefully we'll see a difference when we're trying to get up and down rocks and things. Okay. Biochemist went north across the river. We need to find his traces. Okay. He went across the river. We didn't bring a hydrologist with us. Maybe we should have done. Because we've got to cross the river. River crossings there. What is that? Okay, set up the first hydro monitoring. Don't know what. So there's a mission there. We need to set up hydro monitoring system. It's extra cargo to take. We're going that way anyway. So I wonder if we can get one at the shop here. Hydro monitoring system, because it's cargo though. I don't think we can take it, can we? Inventory. Let's quickly. Just reverse. We've already got reverse back, to be fair. We're not going too far. If we can take a hydro monitor with us, we'll deploy it while we're nearby. But I'm not sure if this can carry it. Hydro probe. Is that what we want? No, it's one of those. We haven't got any sideboards. So this actually can't carry them because we don't have a sideboard. So that's another mission we need to do at some other point. But we need a vehicle that has sideboards to be able to do it. At least we check. Right, we're heading across the water. I'm a bit concerned we should have put a hydrologist on. But we'll have to see how we go. We haven't got a lift kit, so we should be slightly out of the water anyway, to be fair. Oh, there's an airdrop here. Anything good? Obviously, we don't need it. It's probably best not to take it. Oh, dinosaur femur. I think you sell that basically back. Scrap metal again, we can use. Do we want to take that? Because obviously, the issue with that is we're not going to recycle it where we are because we haven't got a workshop here. Let's not take that. The femur we can sell, I think, at the end of this anyway. We'll take the anchor in case we get stuck, but we'll leave that. Might top the fuel up by 2. We'll leave that for when we get a workshop. There's no point wasting it. I don't think anyway. I'm assuming we don't get more each time. We don't know for definite. Right, I think the way down, yeah. Way down is here. So we're just going to take care going down there. We've got anchors if we need anything. Hopefully we won't need them. Slowly does it. There is meant to be a crossing nearby. But where is the... Yeah, to the left. So we're going to keep heading left here, essentially. And then down there should be a crossing. I'm hoping the lift kit does help us, to be fair. The bonus rewards, we need to make sure we don't drive too far as well. Okay, we can get down the left-hand side according to that. That's our crossing there. I don't know how we're going to do that. I think we need a bridge. I don't think we can cross that this way. It didn't say anything about what we need to do. It didn't say we need a bridge in the description, but it did mention it when we were picking vehicles and stuff. I don't know. Right, we need to head left here. Let's just quickly send out the drone. Okay, there is something there. So obviously we do need to build a bridge. We just don't know how we do that. We've never had to do that before. My concern is we don't have enough spare parts on us. But it doesn't say. But yeah, there's a bridge that can be built there. We just don't know what it requires as of yet. We're going to need to come down this way. Down this rock face. Down here. And then that way. Does that show up on the map what we need? No. No, it doesn't tell us. Okay. Right, we need to head to the left here. I'm hoping that we've got enough spare parts on us, otherwise I don't really know what we're going to do with that. This is where we should have had a second vehicle. I keep umming and ahhing about the second vehicle on mission, just in case we need something. And this is a prime example when we should have it. Okay, let's go around and see what we need. My concern is we have to go all the way back to get more spare parts. We can't carry many on this scout though, that's the thing. And in fact the mission requires us only to use a scout, so we wouldn't be able to anyway actually. Right, what do we need? We've got to go up and down that mountain a few times just to get spare parts then. We need another 120. We can only carry 30 at a time. Okay. Obviously we've got the free airdrop, which I really don't want to use. But there's no way across that water without it, is there? We're drowning there. Okay, so we're going to have to keep going up and down. This is why there's a limit to how far you drive for this mission. It's because you've got to go back and forth. Yeah, a second scout would be handy here, but obviously we didn't take the second one. I think we need to start looking at secondary vehicles on expeditions. Scout, off-roader, and if it says only scout, we'll take a spare scout, because that would then we could just drive that down. Right, we need to head back up. There's no other option here, is there? That's another mission we don't have anything for. We don't have... Yeah, we can only carry 30. Does that mean we've got to do this 4 times? Potentially, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this one route 4 times just to get the supplies there to build a bridge. But that's why it says don't drive more than a certain distance. But yeah, at least we know now. I think we need to start taking spare vehicles just to help us. Because obviously if we had a spare vehicle, just drive it down. And if we've got one that has extra storage space, even better. Because otherwise we've got 3 more trips to get enough spare parts here to do this. Right, let's head back up. We're learning these lessons as we go. There's obviously things we can do differently. Didn't want to go that way. Back a little bit more. Stop. Yeah, we are learning things as we go, and I think that's the main thing, is we've got to learn from our mistakes as much as we can. Oh, back a bit more. There we go. We need it up that way. Okay. I think we might need diff lock on just to get back up here. Come on. I don't want to use the anchors we've got on board if I don't have to. It's just this little bit lip here we're struggling to get up. Come on. There we go. Right, keep this lock on for a minute. We're going to go up the steeper section next. We're saying that. No, we'll take this lock off. Should be fine. Hopefully. If we get stuck, we'll put it back on, but I think we might be able to be full power. Straight back up. Yeah, interesting mission. I'm curious to see if we can take any more in our storage, maybe, spare parts. Because that would be handy, to be fair. The dinosaur bone, I'm not sure what we're going to do with that at the minute. Obviously we took it from the airdrop. I wonder if we can just put that in storage for the time being. Okay. Some warehouses over here. I don't know if I can do any upgrades to the vehicle so we can carry more. Just to save us going back and forth that many times, that's what I'm thinking. Let's have a look. Okay. So we can take another 30 spare parts, so that's it. And we can't trade across there. This warehouse doesn't allow it. Is there any way of not going up and down that many times? I don't think there is there? Can't do any upgrades. Can't bring another vehicle. The only thing, can we build something so we can potentially put more spare parts on the vehicle? Otherwise we've got to go up and down another 2 more times after this one. Let's have a look at the building module. So we've got workshop there. We can build things with spare parts. But we can't, this vehicle can't have more spare parts, I don't think. Power station, warehouse, storage. The essential storage is resupplied between deployments. It's quite handy. And a helipad, which doesn't really help us. I think it is. I don't think we've got a choice. I think it's up and down 3 more times. There's no other way around this. We need another 120 spare parts. There's no building module that would upgrade the vehicle or anything. So it is what it is. I think we're just going to keep doing it. But it explains why it said don't drive more than a certain distance. Kind of makes sense now. Thing is, if we get frustrated with this, the danger is we then roll down the hill. We don't want to do that. So we've got to make sure we're careful, just to avoid, having to use the spare parts to fix ourselves. Essentially, that's what we don't want. But at least we know where we're going. But yeah, this. We could have reduced the time. We had 2 vehicles essentially. We could use the airdrop to get back free, but also the downside to that is if we end up getting stuck somewhere, that's how we get our jail free card essentially. We wasted just because we're bored of going up and down. Kind of is a waste. So I don't want to use that. I think we just have to do it. That's what the whole mission's for. I don't know if any of our other scouts would have been better to use. I don't think. We've only got one other scout which is the same as this base version, or this is the SE version, and the other one's a DLC vehicle which we didn't know until after we used it. And I think that has more storage, but I don't think any of them carry more spare parts. So I think no matter what, this would have been the same thing. So that's another 30 there. I've got this wrong, haven't I? That's 60. We need another 3 more journeys of up and down. Well, that's the mission. That's the choice we have to make. Then when it said mission briefing and when it said need more spare parts, We didn't know what that meant. We now know what that means. So I think that's something to keep an eye on in future. Because we need more spare parts. We need to make sure we've got vehicles that can carry more as well. Where's my phone? My watch is going mad. Okay. Right, things going off my watch and the news and stuff. Right. I've kind of lost my bearings for a second. No, so slightly to the right, we need to head up there. So we've got another 3 up and downs, I think. We need another 100. We've got 60 in, 150 in total, so we need another 90 spare parts. We're only carrying 30 at a time. Put this look on. Yeah, if we can only carry 30 at a time, it's another 3 more up and downs. Come on. The only bit that struggles with is just that little lip there. Other than that, this doesn't seem to have an issue with the hill at all. But yeah, I don't think any other scouts can carry more that we currently own. Obviously it means we need to start looking at new vehicles, I think. The issue is I don't know what we find for free and what we have to buy. And obviously I don't want to look that up because obviously that could then give away certain things. So I don't generally buy vehicles in games until it's finished because I don't want to buy something we can also then find and get for free because of the game itself. So yeah, the only thing we could have done is have a secondary scout that can also carry 30 spare parts and bring that up and down as well. But all it does really is change the vehicle we're using. It's still on the same journey, isn't it? So I don't really gain really. We may fail the extra objective of not driving too far. We may end up failing that at this rate, but we'll see. Right, another 30 there. I'm going to refuel while we're here. And that's it. So this would give us 120. Hang on, am I wrong in terms of what I'm saying here? Doesn't. Okay, from here we can't see it. Doesn't show up. Does it show up? No. I think there's 90 down there. We need 100. So I think there's actually only 2 more journeys. This one and 1 more after this. I think that's it. And then we need to decide whether we're going to carry any spare parts. That means an extra journey back up, or we go with no spare parts and hope we don't have an accident that we need to fix something because we won't be able to. That's the danger having no spare parts on us. We can fix the engine though when we come back up in a minute. There's spare parts there, so that's not too bad. It's not badly damaged to be fair. But we run the risk of, there we go, of not having any spare parts on us for any damage once we're over the other side of the bridge. Unless we find an airdrop. We'll get some from that. That's only if it has any though. So it is a bit of a risk going with no spare parts. If we end up passing the distance driven reward, I'll be surprised. So this back and forth must be distance added. I don't know how much though. But it's not like we're going far, is it really? Although we haven't found the objective yet. We're going to find this van with this guy. He's gone out with some substances. I wonder what TV program this mission came from. This is it's called Breaking Brad. Kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Right, more supplies. I know we've only got 60 down here. That's now 90. So we need another 2 journeys. I was right, it's two more journeys yet. Just when you think you're nearly done, and you realise, nope, there's more to do. 2 more journeys up and down to make this bridge. I don't want to use the free airdrop, I think that would be a mistake, or a waste of it as well, just in case we do get stuck. So we're stuck going up and down for a minute. We'll fix the engine damage when we get back up as well. The only bit that struggles with is this little bit up here. Although that time it didn't struggle. I've gone the wrong way. We didn't go high enough. The next bit up. As I was saying, this didn't struggle. Yeah, we didn't actually go to the bit we normally go to. Stop there. Up. This is the bit just up here to the right we normally struggle at. This time though, didn't struggle. I only took it at a different angle, to be fair. So that worked out quite well in the end. Okay. We're getting there. It's just taking time because we only carry 30 at a time. So it's taking a lot longer than we'd hope it would take. I wonder also, like we said, we haven't had a chance to test it yet, but I wonder if the HQs will restock parts between expeditions. I know there's one upgrade module you can build that says it does, but I don't know if the HQs do as standard. So when we actually finish making the bridge, we need to have a look how much this HQ has left, and just see if it does reset next time we're here. If it doesn't, obviously, it means we need to send some across before finishing missions, just to restock it. I kind of think it will, but I don't know. Okay. Some 30 spare parts to pick up. I don't think building a module at this point will help us with anything either, that's the thing. Another 30 there. What we will quickly do is fix the vehicle. We have damaged the engine a little bit. 90%. And then we'll put the extra spare parts back in. There you go, number 9. Don't need fuel. I think it's a bit of a waste to put stuff in we don't need. As I say, we don't have stuff restocked. So I don't want to put stuff in that we're not going to use, essentially. This should take it down to 120 for the bridge, and there's one more load. And then we'll see what we have to do. But we've got to go across and find these tyre tracks yet. That's why I think there's no way we're passing the distance driven bit. No way we're going to pass that. I think the lift kit has made a difference though. I don't think this here would be as easy up and down with the stock kit. I think the lift kit does make a difference. Obviously it decreases the power of the vehicle, only by a bit, but that's not really noticeable, I would say. I think the lift kit being able to go to rocks better made the difference. Right, don't roll down there. At least we know the route back up and down now. Thing is, I won't need to use it for a while, probably. Okay. There's still lots of things to find and side missions to do here, away from the main expedition. Working out when we're going to do those. I know last expedition we did an extra thing while we were there, and we do want to try and do that. Obviously, the extra rewards here are not driving too far, so there's a risk. Obviously, we drive too far, we lose that reward, so we don't want to take on extra missions here. But in terms of extra missions for other expeditions, we do want to try and do what we can when we're already out and about, if we're near things. Yeah, I think we need to start taking a spare vehicle with us on expedition. I don't think it costs any more, so I think having one as a spare isn't a problem. So that's something we need to start doing. I think anchors and jack screws are handy to have on vehicles. If we don't use them, it sells them back anyway, so we're not losing out. I think they're really handy to have in vehicles in case you run into any difficulties. So that's something we need to look at as well. I just think we need to prepare better than for the expeditions. We've got away with it so far, but I think from now on we need to be a bit more prepared in terms of vehicles and other things. Right, we've had this bit here before. It's not too big a deal. Go back a little bit. There we go. So this should be the last one we have to do. Then that should be the bridge built. And then I'm assuming that bridge is always there, because over the other side there might be airdrops. There might be loads of stuff. You may even need to put down something for the drone to work. Because there are some places that are no-fly zones until we get a sensor over there. I might actually take it now. Might be worth buying a sensor. And just, if we can't use the drone over there, we can at least put it down so the drone works. Hasn't told us to do it, but reading the description kind of makes sense. So that might be something to do now while we're over the bridge. I'm guessing the drone won't work, and again, if we don't use it, we can sell it back. It's not the end of the world buying it and then not using it. Because whatever you don't use, you can sell at the end of the expedition, which is actually really handy. So you can over-prepare in a way. That's the thing. Right, I don't think we've got any damage to fix, so we can just grab what we need. Fuel-wise, don't really know if we need more. There is a risk that we won't have enough fuel, just in case. Spare parts, the last 30 across. I was just saying about the store. So, track markers, so you can make a racing track. Okay. Hydroprobe, rangefinder, no. Light beacon, used to mark interest in safe routes and places. Chemical order, ramp, camera trap. Oh, okay, so we can't take what I was thinking then. I was hoping to take something so we could use the drone, but I don't think we can here. Well, the scout can't anyway. Maybe we need a different facility, maybe. Right, it's daytime as well. We've got some light now to help us. We've got 30 on us, spare parts. That's all we need to get the bridge finished. So let's head across. I need to go and find these tyre tracks as well. We don't know what we're going to find over the other side, but hopefully this then means that bridge makes it accessible to go and check out. Potentially should have left the metal detector on board, so if we find other stuff, we would find it using the metal detector. Upgrades and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe should have left it on. But in future, I think all our scout vehicles, unless it says we need something else on the rig, I think we're going to need to put the metal detector on just so we can find upgrades and other bits and pieces. When we're doing missions, I think that makes more sense. Because that way we'll find these upgrades a bit quicker maybe. Actually, there's 101 upgrades, I think, on the maps in Arizona. That is across 4 maps, though. That's the thing. And we're going to have access to 2 extra maps now. A bit of engine damage there, but we're okay. Can't use the spare parts, obviously, but we need them for the bridge. Right, it's taking a bit of time, a bit of up and down, but that is the final 30 parts needed. And that is the bridge finally built. Wow. Okay. For the spare parts we delivered, that is a rubbish bridge. That is a state and a half, that bridge. Look at that. Just gave it loads of spare parts and that's what it gives us. Right. Let's head across. Let's see how bad this is. I don't know. I don't actually know how far we've driven so far, to be fair. It's a rubbish bridge. It even says dangerous water as we go on it. Let's go with a new Ford. Not a vehicle, a river. Okay, we're across. Okay, so does the drone work? That was my question. It does work, okay. So this can discover new points of interest. We don't have the best people, specialists with us, so we won't find out too much, I don't think. See how far we can go. See if we can see where we're going. Obviously, we're going to head across the river bank. I think this is the hill we're going to use. We'll be out of signal there yet. So all we can see really is just to go across and up. Seems fairly simple. Although nothing new is showing up. There's no new things by the looks of it. So let's go this way and double check. Obviously, we do need to be scouting around more and finding these new items, airdrops and things. But we haven't had much luck with finding anything so far. Doesn't mean there may not be anything here. I thought we'd find something at least. But no, nothing. Okay. Right, we know where we're heading. Terrain seems okay. Doesn't seem too bad, which is good. Obviously the lift kit does help. I think it does make it a bit more bouncy, but we are traversing rocks better, so it's a trade-off. We are trying to upgrade vehicles as we go with what we can, just to make them more flexible and better for us to use. Right, we're driving up here by the looks of things, what the drone told us. Yeah, I think in future metal detector and scouts, just so we can find extra things. Right, we want to go up this way. We still haven't found the actual mission objective yet. We need to get to the area it's telling us to look at some fire tracks to then scan them. Potentially, we're going to hopefully find this vehicle that the guy took with him in the substances. I think the lift kit is definitely helping here though. Trade-off in power for lift kit I think is definitely a good one. Right, how are we getting down? So that's where we're heading to. We're currently, if we can turn this around, there. I think it looks worse than what the drop actually is. We can get down there then. I wasn't too sure if that would get us down or not, but it does. We'll just do another scan around in case now over the other side any airdrops or anything show up. There's no scanning or anything with this, it is just look round. I think obviously there's something there. I'm not sure what that is though. It's an airdrop, there you go. There's an airdrop there. So we're looking out for potentially the yellow red squares, aren't we really? But there is an airdrop down there. If we get close to it we can have a look. Not a massive need though, unless we're heading that way anyway. Okay, this looks, according to the drone, fairly simple. But doesn't feel like it's fairly simple. Right, carefully does this. Obviously we've got no spare parts to fix the vehicle because we have to use the make bridge. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Right, scan for these tyre tracks. So 3 objects we've got to find and stay in the zone while it gets smaller. 1 done. Number 2. There we go, and number 3. And this should give us a point of direction for where he went. There we go, judging by the footprints, Brad went deep into the crevices. At least we know his direction, so keep looking. Right. Where are we heading to next then? So we're heading away from where the airdrop actually is, to be fair. This now wants us... Oh, actually, saying that, we've got to explore the area, so we can send the drone, to be fair, to explore. There is also a mission here. Ancient knowledge, what's that? Find the ritual site and scan it with a drone. Okay. I don't think our drone will reach from here, to be fair. I think we leave the airdrop alone for the minute. I don't think we need anything from it. Instead, we want to drive along this valley down here, get to around here and then use the drone to see what we find. Now we know the drone can actually, when it says to explore an area, it does increase the percentage if you use the drone. You don't actually have to drive round. Always good to know. Right, let's keep going this way. But yeah, we'll be back across here for something else I'm sure. So the airdrop will grab another time. We haven't got much storage space on the scout anyway, to be fair. Okay, this is a bit of a narrow bit to try and get over. Come on. Don't think we can get up that way then. I think we have to go to the bit on the left here and go up that way. I just thought we'd drive along the bit, but unless we can get up this one. There we go. Right. Can we get up? It wants to, but it's just not enough grip. Let's just solve the issue. Well, the same way I need to turn now. It's too big of a thing, isn't it? No winch point is that. Okay, we need to get the vehicle back end to turn here, which is going to be the hard thing, I think. There we go. Right, a bit more that way. And we'll go up this left hand side. There's a little bit here, but I think we can go up and into the right. Just couldn't quite get over that bit of rocky surface just there, so up here seems a better option. I'm assuming we're going to see the van at some point, maybe when we're searching the area. That's when the van will show up. Oh, that's more of a drop than I expected. Okay, mate. I don't know if this would have been as simple without the lift kit. The lift kit, I think, is really coming good here. Right. Where are we in terms of... Oh, we're still a little way away, aren't we? Let's quickly send the drone back up, just to see if there's anything else here. Obviously, new points of interest. Would be handy to find. That is a funny colour water there, isn't it? Look at that. Why is it orange? So there must be some metal in the water surface, or the rocks that it's come down from there by the looks of the terrain. I wonder if there's like iron or copper or something in the surface the water's reacting to. I am basing that on the fact that this is playing on realism, and that's why it's an orange colour. Obviously, if it's not as realistic as that, then it's just a colour difference. But in real life, that would be the water reacting with a metal that's in the ground, essentially, causing discoloration. But yeah, orange water never looks as nice as clean, clear blue water. Although it's not really blue, is it? Clear water then. Yeah, that's my assumption. It's orange because of the metal in the surface. But it may be basing too much on real life than I should, but there we go. Right, we're going to get around this corner here. This mission on paper sounded really simple, and it was until we had to build a bridge. At least we know how that works now. And we know a bit more about what to keep an eye on when it says in the description of what's needed to happen. We now know if it says more spare parts needed, we need more than one vehicle, or we need to have carrying more, essentially. Little things we're learning as we go, but hopefully we can use when we need to. Okay, so the scan area, I think we're in it, to be fair. So let's park up. We're going to send the drone up. This is the scan area, I'm pretty sure. In fact, we can have a look at the map. There we go. So we'll have a look. There's a question mark over here. It's an airdrop. We've got to scan the air 15% as it stands. We may need to move further in the vehicle to get the drone to work everywhere, because it will run out of signal at some point. It's in a van though. I'm assuming we'll find it in this area. Bad signal. It's because I'm going too far away. Not seeing a van anywhere, unfortunately. Right, let's go further in. 41% already explored. Go through to the right. And then we'll send the drone back up. We know it's going to be somewhere through here, I think. A bit out of shape there, didn't it? Because the way it kind of skids off the rock there. There we go. Right, let's stop there for a second. Drone back up. 41% as it stands. It's going to be over here somewhere. If we don't physically see it, I think it will tell us once the area is explored. To be fair. Don't think it's over here at all though. 61% explored as it stands, 64, 67, 70%. Okay, 72. So we head slightly to the left here, and then it's this over here to explore. So if we go this way, I don't know how far we can go. But actually, it won't let us fly further, so we have no signal. It doesn't allow you, by the looks of it, to fly with no signal. It will stop you like an invisible barrier. That's the airdrop there, I'm assuming. Won't let me scan it though. Just say it's there. No, it's not going to show up as actually there. With 79% from 80% explored. We're driving a little bit more then. We know it's the right hand side that needs a bit more scouting. Pull this bit to the left. Got to be careful, we haven't got spare anchors on us because we messed up in the actual starting stuff. But only the point of we get stuck somewhere. So it's a long way to come back, that's the thing this way now. Maybe get this to spin around a little bit there to the right. There we go. Right, let's quickly send the drone back up. 20% still to explore. Still can't see the van anywhere though. I thought we'd see it easily. We're not seeing it. 81%. 88%. 91. 2. 4. 6. 9. Area explored. We've got to conduct a visual inspection of trailer. Okay, so there's a trailer over here. We didn't spot it with the drone to be fair. But that's where we're heading. There's no way we've got the bonus for distance travelled. I don't think it's possible. Although it doesn't say we failed any yet. 1,250 metres. I don't know how far we've travelled. It doesn't currently say we failed though. But yeah. We now know a few more extra bits that we've now got to pay more attention to. So we're going to head through here. There is an airdrop there. I'm not too worried about that. I want to head to there. Fuel-wise, we're fine. We've got spare fuel on us if we need it as well. Not even changed the tyre inflation once yet on this expedition. It's one of those things that I forget that's there, and until we get stuck, I don't think about putting it on. Obviously, I know in climbs it probably would help a bit more. Obviously, there's use up more fuel as well, though. That's the thing. So there is a plus and minus to using it. There are 2 airdrops here, according to what it said. If we just stop a second. Oh, I think I see him. Let's move closer. Okay. So there is 2 airdrops here. One is here. That red square there is an airdrop. How close do we need to be for this to activate? There we go. One there. And there was a second one as well on the map. That's an airdrop. We know that. Oh, the other one's up here. So that one now is saying it is an airdrop. And there is one to our right. Up there. Just make it out. Actually, I don't think I can get close to it. I don't think the signal's not. I can't go any higher either. But it's there. There we go. I wanted the reward for finding it, essentially. This one actually, although we've seen it, it didn't come up with a reward, did it? So, I need to get, there we go. Is it going to do it? There we go. Now we've probably discovered it. Right, we're heading around the corner. We can see where we're going. Looks fairly simple to get round. It doesn't seem as anything really going to be in the way. As I say, not too worried about the airdrop in a minute. May have a look at that. We don't have a massive amount of storage on the Scout. In fact, I think we've only got 2 empty slots, so that's what's holding 3 items. It's not worth us wasting them by leaving one behind. So, depending what this wants to do next. I'm assuming this will mission end, essentially. I do like how varied the expeditions are, though, in terms of what it's telling us to do. Right, let's scan. That's a little bit quicker, isn't it? I don't know whether it's a mistake not grabbing the airdrop over here, but I just think we haven't got the space to carry the stuff. We'd have to leave something behind. And that is on the assumption this is mission over. Oh, just inside. That was close. Inspection completed. This is really Brad's trailer. Good thing we found it. There's a scan complete reward. And that is expedition complete. We did fail the distance driven. We'll have a look in a sec how far we went. But I kind of fought up and down the mountain 5 times. We definitely failed distance driven. I think that was a given, wasn't it? National Museum had paid us 7,600. We didn't use any of his vehicle other than a scout. We completed the expedition. We gained a semi-automatic gearbox with the Collie 293M Pug. We need to unlock that vehicle. Expanded parking, so it reduces the cost of excavation to a base or outpost. Oh, so it reduces the cost. We've got a gateway now to a new map as well. We drove, oh wow, we drove 4,026 meters. It was only allowed 1,350, so we massively went over. Sold the femur for 1,000, we sold the anchors, we didn't use them. 44 minutes. A lot of that was up and down, to be fair. 10,200 credits total. We could stay and do the airdrops, but again, we don't have enough storage to pick the bits up. Okay, 5 of 37 expeditions complete in Arizona as it stands. Obviously, there's so many upgrades and things to it. We do need to go back to Little Colorado, but at the minute, we're staying in Arizona. Although we can't stay in Arizona because there are no more missions unlocked. We've got free roam, and that's it. Nothing else is unlocked as it stands. So that needs us to complete a mission in Coconino. That needs complete. Okay, so we can't do the next mission in the Grand Canyon until we go to Coconino and do a mission there. That's a lot of money, that one. Wow. Very hard, that says as well. Okay. We may see an increase in difficulty then by looks of things. So, Coconino. Hidden treasures of the Ford. Hard difficulty, this says. This could be interesting. We studied old maps and found a marked place not far from the Ford. Who knows what might be stored there? Gold, perhaps priceless historical artifact. We need to find this place and explore it properly. Who knows what could still be there? Okay. Fair distances or travel to another map. Watery terrain. Height differences. We have to take a specialist operator as well. Conditions, travel to another map. Rewards. This is the Arizona government as well. 20,100. Prepayment 3,000. Do not use any other type of truck except off-road. Drive no further than 3,000 meters. Hang on, the distance to drive is over 3,000. So how do you not travel more than that when it says the distance for the mission is 3,170? But yet, for a reward, we can't drive more than 3,000. That's weird. Emergency Reserve M for the Khan LO4F is one of the rewards, and Northwest Outpost is a new outpost unlocked. I'm going to take 2 vehicles this time. It says don't use anything other than off-road. I think we've kind of learnt a lesson a little bit here. We're going to take 2 off-road trucks, is my thinking. So, we've got the Action or the Step, or the Lodestar. I think we take the Step was really good last time, to be fair. It was the Step we used, wasn't it? Had the. Let's have a quick look at the Step. Okay, that's got a different back end. Did we take this? It was the Step we used. I'm pretty sure it was. We did the converted bed, didn't we? So I had 2 on it. Customize. Sure, it did. We put the other one on. Yeah, the modular. That one. That's what we had last time. I thought we did. What's that? Designed to transport in the reconnaissance drone. Okay, using it as a poor signal coverage. That's quite cool. Obviously, it fits on with the storage. Don't need anything else, I don't think. Spare wheel mount. Obviously, we can now add. I don't think we need it. It means you can carry more. Spotlight mount. Okay. So we can have additional lighting. We have said it's when it's dark, it's really dark. What else? We've got the searchlight on, but it didn't seem to work very well last time out, to be fair. So I don't quite know how that works. That allows us to have another spotlight mount. Can't see what the actual difference is. So obviously, that's roof rack, that's that. I don't know what it gives us another spotlight. We have said it is really tricky though. It only gives us a slot. Does that mean... Let's pay the 500. And then does that mean we can put another one here? There, wasn't it? Searchlight's already on. There's no option to put another searchlight there. Oh, fill slots roof. Light kit A. Light kit B. Okay, it's just where they are. That's any difference. Let's do that. So now we should have more lights. Hopefully. We'll see. There is a bigger engine we can buy. It's 5,000. We have been trying to upgrade as we go. Heavily modernised engine variant tuned for better strength as well as increased power at cost of fuel efficiency. I'm not a massive fan of losing fuel efficiency though, to be fair. Although they all seem to lose fuel efficiency with any upgrade. I think we'll stick to the engine we've currently got. We've got high range, so we'll leave that. Already got the lift kit. Tyres, we're currently using them. The 42 Euro D1s, they're fine. Snorkel, we know there's water here because it's said. So we do need the twin snorkels. I think that's important. Haven't unlocked the high mount annoyingly, but we'll take the twin snorkels as we do know there's water involved. Inventory, I don't know what we need here to be fair. I'm not too sure what we want to take. We know there's water involved. I think a jack screw and an anchor would be handy. Ground drones, portable bridge, GPS tracker. So these are all free. Camcorder, rangefinder, camera traps. I don't know when you place them though. Location finder. We can take some spare fuel if we wanted to. Spare parts. Again, do we need spare parts on us? I need to have another look at exactly what the mission entails. Right, we said we'd take 2 trucks though, so that's 1. And I think with that, we take the Axion SE as well. We've never taken 2 trucks before, but I think... Or do we take the Lodestar? No, we take the Axion SE. It's got a new front bumper we've unlocked. The heavy bull bar bumper. Compared to what we're using now. That's quite cool. Let's put that on. It is free. We have found it as an upgrade. Roof. Can have a roof rack for extra storage. This is just in case we get stuck and we need to pull ourselves out, is my thinking. Okay. So I have two bits on the back currently. Let's take the short sideboard. You never know, we might need it. And then engine. Nothing but the standard. We can have the high range one if we wanted to. It's free of charge. We don't gain anything though. We'll leave it as is. Haven't unlocked anything else there. Tyre wise, currently using the off-road. I think we'll stick to them. Winch is stock. Diff locks and okay, I missed that. I did the wrong button. Snorkel is what we wanted to quickly do, just in case we do use it. Low, okay, we can't have the high mount, we can have the low mount one. Just in case we do have issues with water. Right, we're doing this because we want to make sure we're prepared better than we have done. Because previously, we've messed up by not being prepared. See, this is watery terrain, height differences. Doesn't say we need more spare parts, anything like that. So I think... Do we? put anything in the inventory for this one. I think we take the two standards. I think that's helpful. Have those with us. Right, we need an operator as a specialist. 2 to choose from. Both we've seen previously. I think her drone ability is better. And while we're here, we'll take hydrologist because we're obviously going. There's water around, watery terrain. I think hydrologist would be handy. It's extra money, but it's one of those things. I think it is definitely helpful. Okay, hopefully we've prepared enough. We'll find out in due course. But that's our plan for this one. Traveling to a new map, we're heading to Coconino. And from there, we need to go and have a look at marked place by a ford. So let's deploy. This is where we're going. No, it's not. Where are we going? It says we need to go to a new map, doesn't it? How do we do that? Oh, we actually have to travel there. I didn't know that. Okay. Maybe a bit overkill with the 2 trucks then, to be fair. So we have to start here. This is where we need to cross. This way we built the bridge on the previous mission. And we actually need to head across here ourselves. And then travel to a new map that way. So although we've got 2 vehicles, I don't think we're going to be using 2 vehicles, are we? Because I don't think we need to. I thought we'd head straight there, but obviously we've not been there before. It's not unlocked anything, has it? And that's the thing. Right. How do I check it? Okay, it's put us in 1 vehicle. I've never had to change vehicle before. So I don't quite know how we change. Because obviously I want to change vehicle. I want to use the other vehicle, not this one. Devices. We bought 2 vehicles for a reason, but we've never actually seen how we change vehicle. Oh, also, while we're here, it did restock. So anything you take from the warehouse restocks between deployments. We didn't know, we weren't sure if it did. It doesn't actually say it there now. I'm pretty sure it didn't say it previously. Right, I don't want to take the Acton. I want the other vehicle because I think it's better. How do I change vehicle? That's the store. That's pressures. I don't know how we change vehicle. I thought it would be quite simple, but I can't see a way of doing it. Otherwise, what's the point of having 2 vehicles on a mission? You can have up to 4, to be fair. Can I do it here, maybe? There's 2 vehicles here. Ah, but there we go. You need to press it on the map to change truck. Although it didn't do it, hang on. So the step, that's what I want. Press R3 to change truck. Change truck, there we go. Now we know how to do it at least. Right. We'll take spare fuel with us here. Now we know this does refuel between deployments. We may as well take the extra stuff with us knowing it will come back. Hopefully we won't need it, but you never know. Yeah. As I say, weren't sure if this actually did restock. Right, I think we're good to go. I don't think we need anything else. I don't know what all this other stuff's for. Obviously we've used some of it in missions, but other than that, I don't get why we can just take it. To be fair. There we go. Right. I think we're ready. I don't know now. So we kind of know where we're going, to be fair, because we're just going to go straight down the hill. What's that mission there? New old friends. That is... No, not that one. Why would it show us the mission? There we go. New old friends. Visit specified locations. Again, we're not going that way, are we? Oh, actually, it's a good point. That needs something there. We're here anyway. Can we take that with us so we get one of those bits done? Hydro monitoring system. Yeah. Okay. While we're here, we're gonna take this with us. I think. Let's track that for a second. The other two are miles away, so stop that. That's fine. We're gonna pick up a hydro monitoring system and take it and put it down there, as we're literally driving past it anyway. Just really go put one on. Okay. Hydro monitoring system is that one. We're not enough space. Oh, the sideboards can't carry it. That's annoying. I was hoping we could take that, but obviously not. Okay, it's something we do need to do at some point. But yeah, we can't do it as it stands. Well, while we're heading down there anyway, it makes sense to do it, but obviously not. Okay, so the other truck is there in case we mess up and we need a second truck. I don't think we're going to need it for this one though, by the looks of things. We'll see. This truck was brilliant in the previous mission we did with it, so hopefully it's good this time. Watery terrain is a bit of a concern, but actually the bridge is going to get us across it, so it doesn't matter, I don't think there's much. So we came up and down this enough time with the scout, we kind of know where we're going. Ooh, not good. After up and down estimates, we kind of know where we're going this time. Around the corner here. Down this little bit. That's where we need to put the hydro monitor, but we can't carry it on this truck. So we'll have to come back and do that in due course. But we're heading for the bridge we built in the last mission. Can I get past the tree this way? No, I just drove into it. Let's hope to skirt around the edge. I knew that would be a problem. Trying so hard thinking we could skirt the edge of it, but no. Gonna get caught up. Oh no, we're okay. I need a better angle for getting across here though. Turn, turn, turn. How are we looking? Straighten up a little bit. Turn, turn, turn. It's good. We're on. This bridge is rubbish. The fact that it took us all that time to get the spare parts down here, the bridge itself turned out rubbish. You think all that effort we put in, we get a better bridge out of it. Okay. So we're heading to Coconino, that's the mission. Before we can do any more here in the Grand Canyon, we need to do this next mission. So let's see what this entails once we're there. Maybe completely different terrain to be fair. There is a global map, but I've not looked at it. Because we've only been in Arizona, I've not seen a reason to. I suppose you want to flick between maps and change vehicle and do it on a different map, it makes sense. Okay, so we've been up this next bit with the scout vehicle before. We're looking for this Brad guy in his truck. We kind of know roughly what this bit's like, terrain-wise. We are going to hit a spot where we've got no clue. So we're doing all these things, growing up and have a look around. So up this hill here. Let's go up this next bit. Scout made up here pretty simply, so hopefully we have no issues with this. So far so good. See, there's a bit more weight on this, so some hills that are easy in the Scout won't necessarily be simpler than this. But then this does have more power. So it's a trade-off between weight and power, isn't it, really? Right, in terms of going down... okay, I can't remember how we got down there before. It does look absolutely fine, but it doesn't look fine when you look at it that way. But I think we just went down, didn't we? Looking at it. You kind of... Yeah, it kind of works itself out. On the map, it doesn't look that bad. Obviously, in person, it looks a lot worse. From there, we're heading. Oh, we're heading the same way Brad was. To be fair, so we can have a look at the airdrops there as well. But yeah, we're heading that way. How are we doing time-wise? 20 minutes left. Wow, the day has flown. 3 hours out of 3.5 hours already done. We've done quite a few missions though. Arizona, the Grand Canyon missions. I felt like we've done some really good ones there. With some side missions too. I think we made some decent progress today. The time just flies. Okay. The last time we did try and follow the bit in the middle over there, and we got stuck between the rocks. So we know to go left here first this time and go along the edge here. The truck might not get stuck like the Scout did, but no point risking it. Learn lessons from previous journeys. It's skidding around a little bit, more than the Scout was, to be fair. There we go. We'll keep going round. Again, we've already scouted all this bit out with the drone, so we know there's nothing really here to look at. There's an airdrop up on the hill over there, but we're not heading that way, so there's no point going over there just for that. And this does say only drive 3,000 metres. Get damage to the tyre. Although the distance the mission said we have to travel is further than what it said to do for the reward, which is weird. We'll figure that out as we go, I think. The orange water again. I still think what I said was correct. I think they are basing it on realism. There's too much metal in the rock face where the water's run down and causes discoloration. Yeah, a bit of damage to the engine, but we're okay. Just went a bit too quick off the edge there and caught the rock in front of us. And again, we have got the better bumper on, to be fair, the bull bars. Just can't get the turn round here enough to avoid that bit of rock. Let's try this again. Keep more to the right this time. We have got spare parts, we can fix that whenever we're ready. To be fair, it's not the end of the world. A little bit of damage is easily fixed. It doesn't affect the truck that much, to be fair. Okay. Down this little bit here. Try and get the right angle to get down. I don't want to catch the rock and go and lose the balance or anything. Again, we've scouted this out already. We don't need to worry too much about any of this with the drone. When we start heading to the right, that's when we're going to need the drone out a little bit. Let's have a look ahead of us. This first part though, not too bad. Okay, the next corner we're going up. It's getting dark now, but again, we have put extra lights on, but they're not showing as it stands. I don't know if there's a button we need to press. Devices. Is there any... What, are we missing something for the extra lights? It doesn't come under devices. It doesn't come under anything here. While we're here, just quickly chuck. Fix those. We can't fix the tyre, obviously. Yeah, I don't know how we get the extra lights on. We put them on. They can't just be for cosmetics, surely. As we do need more light. It's really annoying not being able to see where we're going. But it's not giving us the light. Even though it's installed, they're there. Unless I'm missing a button that we need to do. Square. No. Park. Winch, obviously. Just checking the controls compared to like SnowRunner, but no. SnowRunner, it's L1 and circle, I think, the lights on, full beam. Well, we installed the lights because we thought it would help when it's night time, but I don't know how to put them on. If anyone does know the answer, please do let me know. I might have to search it up after we finish today just to see. You must be able to put them on, otherwise it's a bit weird being able to buy better lights. Okay. But yeah, definitely would like more visibility. Whoa, that was a big hit. Again, more visibility, may have seen that in advance. Still probably would hit it though, to be fair. Bit of damage is fine. There's no bonus reward for damage or anything, so I don't worry too much. Not even fix it, so it's good. Right, there's an airdrop up the hill there, but again, I don't want to go up there for the sake of it. This is the bit I was a little bit concerned about. Again, lights would be handy. So we need to go this channel where this water is here. There's an airdrop over here. This is where the van was last time. I'm not too worried about the airdrop. I think we followed this along here. I think we stick to this right hand side. Or do we go and grab the airdrop stuff while we're here? I suppose we could grab it. There's no harm in heading up there and then come around the back here and then come along here. It kind of works. We'll see if we can get this done today, this mission. I'm not sure if we will have time. So we need to head up to the right where the trees are and then across to there. And it's really annoying me I can't put lights on. Let me just quickly check if there is a button I'm missing. It should be something simple, I would assume, but I just don't know what it is. And how to turn on lights. Because we'd already put a spotlight on and couldn't get it to work. Let's have a look. Okay, I think I know. Well, it said L1 and right stick, but that doesn't do it. Ah, there we go. Look at that. So it's just click the right stick. Left stick is horn. I did not know that. That has not once told us that's the case, to be fair. Now we know. Right, we're heading to the right here. As we head to the airdrop to see what's there. Currently we don't know what it's actually holding. We actually know how to put lights on. It was saying so simple. It's the one thing I didn't check is the click. Lots of games don't really use the stick clicks or anything, so I don't really ever check them. To be fair. You'd think it'd be part of the tutorial, wouldn't it? Here's how to put lights on. Okay, so this has got a jack screw and a couple of scrap metal that we need to take into the workshop. We may have to build one where we're heading, I think, maybe. We can restock fuel here. Again, this, I'm guessing this stuff doesn't come back once we use it. So, because of that, I don't want to use it for the sake of using it. I think we've got plenty of fuel. We do need to fix the vehicle a little bit. And 5. Can't do tyre. Yeah, I don't want to take the fuel and stuff if we're not going to use it. That's the thing. Right. From here then, we need to head out round this way and down past the van. So, let's reverse a little bit. Don't know how easy this will be to get down. Yeah, a lot better with the lights on. Definitely a lot better. There's the van should be on our left hand side from the previous mission. There we go, there's Brad's van. They stole and went for a joyride. Okay, we want to stick to the right hand side of the water, I think. And then this is as far as we've been before, so this is all new terrain now. I kind of want to send the drone up, but at the same time, I don't know how good it'll be at night. Brilliant at night. I just want to see what the terrain's going to be like. So we're heading through there, by the looks of things. Okay, no flight zone there. So there is something there. Was that the... no, we don't know what that is, I don't think. What is that? Oh, it's an upgrade. So we need to head up there to grab the upgrade if we want that. I don't think there's an easy way up from where we are, though, is there? Not that I can see offhand. Maybe up there and left. It's one of those, do we grab the upgrade now? I think we should, if we can. What's this terrain like over here? We're going to head up this bit anyway. I'm not too worried about the reward for only driving a certain distance. I think we can get up there. Okay, let's have a look. If we found an upgrade, I think it's worth grabbing while we're here. Don't know what vehicle it's for or anything, but I'd rather have it than not have it. And we're still going to get up there anyway. It actually looks easier to get up in person than it did on the drone, to be fair. I know there was a thing for drone driving a certain distance, but since the distance you would get the reward for is less than the distance it says for the mission, I'm not too fussed. We do try for the bonuses, but it's not the end of the world if you fail. Upgrade. A strong gearbox optimised for the harshest off-road conditions. Provides higher off-road performance and strength at the expense of fuel efficiency, top speed and gear count. It is for the 2Z Action and the Action SE. Two trucks we own, so we now have the off-road gearbox for those. Happy days. So it's just worth having them. If we can pick them up, it's worth doing when we can. All these upgrades are going to help us complete other missions, so I don't think it's worth leaving it if we don't have to. Right, we're heading up there. That gap is where we're heading, essentially. A little bit of a concern. I don't think we're meant to head higher up anywhere else. Is that channel we're meant to head through? It's a no-fly zone, so we can't use the drone up there. I don't think we can get up there. Stop there a second. I don't think we can get up. That's right, because we're in the wrong place. We want to go this way. It's because we spun the drone round. I want to go back the way we just were. Looking at that. Because we spun the drone round, so I kind of lost my bearings a bit. So we want to go up this way where we got the upgrade, and then follow that round. Yeah, I completely lost bearings. Okay. Well, actually, then that made grabbing the upgrade more sensible as a passing it anyway. So it made more sense. I'm not too sure how far the no-fly zone extends for the drone, because that was back there. So actually, once you're around here, maybe I'd use the drone again, potentially. Thought we'd just smash the tree down, just in case. A lot of trees will end up bouncing off rather than knocking down like in other games, to be fair. I like to have that hardy though, rather than just easily driving over them. Okay, there's something to our left there, over there as well. There's a couple of things here by the looks of it. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes. I don't know if we'll get this mission done today, to be fair. Let's quickly send the drone up. See what these things are. We can see there's something here. Although it doesn't tell us what that is. It's just there's a mine there by the looks of things. There's just boxes. Right, what about over this way? No flights. We did. Okay, we had that previously. I did wonder whether it'd stop us. That might actually. Is that? I know that. I think that yellow bit is the gateway. I think that's what that is. We've got no more mission in Grand Canyon until we go and do this mission in Coconino. So we don't have a choice but to do this. Right, what's the safest way down here? Even with the lights on now, it's still tricky to see best option sometimes. I think down there seems to be a good option. We have to reverse it to get down fully. Avoid smashing ourselves. Don't do that. There we go. Right, we should be able to just go straight down now, and that's it. There we go. So there is a mine to our right. I don't think it is anything though. I think it just seems to be. Maybe there may be another mission where that we need to do something with those. Currently, nothing seems to happen. We're heading for the yellow marker there. I think that's our gateway. Coconino. I'd like to get this mission finished today if we can. Be a nice way to finish off. Right, here's the gateway. Let's travel to Coconino for the very first time. The reserved place with the Arizona desert intersects with a lot of greenery, which distinguishes this area from nearby territories. This is part of Arizona's region. Let's go. We do need a base there that we can then upgrade the workshop so we can get rid of some of the stuff we're carrying. So this is Coconino. I think there's a base just ahead of us by the looks of things, and this mission unlocks it fully as well. So that's what we know. We're heading over here for the mission, or here and there actually, to be fair. Straight ahead, I think there is a base operations to head towards. We have got some stuff on us that we need to use in the workshop, so we'll try and get that done first, if that is what I think it is ahead of us there. It looks like it is. I don't know if we can just activate it by going near it though, that's the thing. Some lights on the game, there you go, you can see better now. So if this is more greenery here, is it going to be more muddy in places? That's the thing. Because normally where plants grow, there's mud. So if that's going to make mud worse, we may have to unlock the mud tires potentially. So there's a village here by the looks of it. I don't think this is what I thought it was. I thought this was a base of operations, but I don't think it is. I think it's just an old abandoned village. There is something ahead of us though, let's see what that is. Obviously we can unlock the base of operations, that'd be handy. Alright, so this is a task. Let's have a look what it is. This will give us keep calm and cool on exterior stickers, 4,900 as well reward. On the golden path. Once here lay the path of miners who came to these lands during the gold rush. The historical community is interested in capturing this path in order to recreate the events of this beautiful era. We're not going to follow it now as we've got our mission to do, but I do want to see what it entails. Is it tourism season? Ah, there you go, on the golden path. Follow the route. So there's different routes to follow, and that's what you've got to do. It's a nice simple one, but again, the scout probably a better option. Right, we need to head to the right here. So our mission is this way. There is a pathway to our right. Let's quickly send the drone up. I know we're rapidly running out of time for today, annoyingly, but it is what it is. See what we can see. So there's a big patch of water there. I'll try and avoid going through that. One with the drone, I'm just pressing the clicks in case it has lights, but it doesn't. It'd be handy if it did. There's a zone there, I'm guessing that's a airdrop. I should be wrong. Signal holds on, we may be able to get it. Signal going to hold on? Yeah, it's an airdrop. There we go. So even though it comes up on the map, I want it to actually give us the reward. So we know we've done it. That's the explore area over there. And that's where we're going next. In terms of where we go, this way presents a problem. Although I can't see the floor that brilliantly. But I don't think we can get over there from here. Or can we? Can't see enough with the drone, that's the problem. I think potentially we can get to there to a degree, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I don't want to skip time. It's one thing I don't want to do at all, is never skip time. Play it as the time is realistic in that way, if that makes sense. Well, we're rapidly running out of time today, annoyingly. We've literally got a couple of minutes. I don't think we're going to get the mission done. I don't know what happens if we stop during a mission either. I do not want to have to restart the whole thing. I don't want to head back to HQ. I know there's an autosave system, but I don't know at what point it activates and stops activating. Oh, in other news, I forgot to mention this earlier, we completed our 21st channel platinum yesterday. Ghost of Yotai has now been platinumed. The video for that will come out next week, which will show the remaining trophies and what we did to achieve them. The 21 channel platinums now. has been added to the description starting today, so every description now will have that added to it. So a list of platinums. It wasn't too bad to be fair to do the last remaining trophies, to be honest. Took a bit of time other than that. Right, my only concern right now, hang on, I don't know if we need to go down here or not, is can we stop without finishing? So I think we can go up this ledge here and come across, use the drone potentially to scout this out rather than drive round it, and obviously we need to keep heading this way, but we're out of time. Now I don't know how I'd go about doing this. If we return to main menu, what happens? Do you wish to, that's a warning. I don't know what happens if I return to main menu. I don't want to return to headquarters because that finishes the mission. I pressed the wrong button. No! I didn't want to do that. Oh, no, actually, do I want... That hasn't done anything, I don't think. It just came on what we'd gained for doing so. But the mission is still the mission. Panicked then, I thought I messed up severely. Yeah, the mission's still the mission, so that doesn't change anything. I think that shows what we would have gained by selling stuff. I don't know what happens if we go to main menu. We may lose our progress until potentially the autosave would kick in either when we've travelled here or when we just gained the mission for what we just did. We're going to have to risk it. We're out of time. I can't really extend. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to where it puts us, to be fair. Let's load game. 12:01. I'm just going to load it in because I want to see where it puts us. I'm curious to where the autosave kicked in. Just so we know for in future. Last stream we actually stopped after finishing a mission. Exactly where we were. That's really good. Okay. I've never been a fan of autosaves. I always find them very hit and miss, but actually, perfect. So unfortunately, we are out of time for today. We are back tomorrow morning as we continue on in Kingdom Come Deliverance. That continues tomorrow morning, and Expeditions will be back next week. Really enjoying it so far. I think we did a decent amount today as well. We've moved on to a new map, which we weren't going to go voluntarily, but the mission dictates it to unlock the next mission in the Grand Canyon. Coconino is where we are currently. But yeah, I think we did pretty well. I think the mission building the bridge was a bit of a pain, but we did it in the end. Finding Brad, we found. And obviously that is a Easter egg to Breaking Bad by the looks of the mission. But yeah, pretty happy so far. I'm really liking the vehicles. We need to work out what vehicles we can buy that we can't find naturally. I might have to have a look see if there's a list online so we know what vehicles are safe to buy, essentially. So we can try and use different vehicles all the time. But we're getting there. I think we're learning more every day, especially now we know how to put the lights on. That makes a massive difference. But it wasn't explained, so at least we know now. And we have got all the DLC to do at some point as well. But yeah, that is us for today. A massive thank you guys for joining us. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning, more Kingdom Come Deliverance. Expeditions will be back next week. And there is a channel schedule on Sunday, as always, 1 PM GMT for the scheduled video. There is also a channel update on Sunday, which will tell you everything that's coming up in March and what the plan is and how February has been for the channel as well. But if you don't join us tomorrow for that, hopefully join us on Sunday for the schedule and also the channel update. A massive thank you guys for today. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Expeditions next week. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching.